Rollins sent you because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. SolarSource.com/monster.
Not today, not tomorrow, not even 6 months from now. At Sutherland Nissan Orlando, you don't make a payment on your new car till 2026. It's Savings Mania. Get huge Nissan savings, plus no payments till next year. At Sutherland Nissan Orlando, click OrlandoNissan.com. Interest accrues from time of purchase with approved credit.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Rebath Mid-Florida. Man, these guys are awesome at one thing and one thing only, and that is taking your old tired bathroom out and replacing that with a beautiful bathroom that you have input on. That's right, their catalog of products is simply amazing. Multiple choices of tubs and sinks and tiles and lighting. It's all right there. No design can't be handled. And even better, right now, 10% off your bathroom remodeling deal. That's right, 10% off. And guys, just so you know, the big box stores use Rebath to install their bathroom jobs because of their great reputation. In business for over 17 years, and if you really want to see what they're all about, visit their showroom, 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. You'll walk in and see some models set up. That's not what you're buying. That's just to show you what's possible with their catalog of products and great design ideas. Orlando's only top-to-bottom complete Rebath remodeling company, and they do it right the first time. So take a minute, go to the website, check out the before and afters, and then book your appointment for your brand new bathroom at Rebath.com.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
WeAreNotTheBanks.com is a licensed mortgage lender that can do so much more. From debt consolidation, commercial business lending, new construction lending, and the Move Up Buyers Program. That can help you sell your current home so you can buy your forever home. Don't lose your dream home. Go to WeAreNotTheBanks.com. They can use your current equity to finance your new home with their Move Up program. Contact Brad Siebert today at WeAreNotTheBanks.com. NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love. Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese. Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the Boycott America movement to a new documentary makes shocking claims about Marvel's Stan Lee, and why is USAID shredding and burning documents today. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
Oh, hi.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good.
How
you doing?
Yeah, good. Fritz on the street a little bit later on today, about 2 hours or so. 2 hours or so.
After 2 hours of show.
Yeah, it is. That's true. 2 hours of the show until Fritz on the street takes over, and we'll have some fun there. We'll see what else goes on along the way today. Should be a fun one, as usually on a Wednesday right here in the middle of the week. I'm trying to thread the needle with my allergy medicine now, so I'm right at that point where I have to, kind of clear my throat, but not. And then if I go out there and take another spray of the allergy thing, Courtney's like, "You're getting addicted." And I'm like,
it does have addictive tendencies from what
not
I've
this
heard
one
in the past.
I don't think Flonase does, but I might be wrong. I thought that Flonase didn't, but that's what I'm flowing up my nose. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it, bud. After the show one day last week, the reason why I decided to slow down was after the show, I go, I got to blow my nose. And I go, blood.
Yeah. Not good.
What have I done here, medically speaking? It just wasn't a good thing necessarily. So we'll see what happens with everything during the show today. And do we even survive until Fritz on the street? Who knows? Here we go. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to the White House. You guessed it. Yes. It's still white for now. They have not painted it. And it's also got a bunch of Teslas in front of it.
Oh.
Got a bunch of Teslas. And
the White
they were
House
there
dealership.
For Musk and Trump. Trump said, I'm going to buy a Tesla. And we'll get into this in a moment, but I hope cars aren't becoming partisan. I hope this is not going to be like a thing where you go, that guy drives one of these, so you know who he's voting for. And I don't want to be judged. I already get judged based on the car I drive. People call it a Hyundai, which is not a Hyundai. It's a Genesis G80. Beautiful luxury vehicle, best of the best. Love it. But I don't want cars to be political. You know, I want politics to stay in its lane. Maybe I'm the crazy one here, but I like for politics to stay over there, and you touch on it every once in a while, and then you go, oh, what else is going on in the world? Because the world's about more than that. I don't want to have people driving through traffic going, that guy's got a Tesla. Let's knock him off the road. Let's do that. But maybe that's happening. Right now, you got the president at the White House, and he's doing a little tour. He's checking out the Teslas. He's confused by the Teslas, though, because they're very newfangled. So let's listen in.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Sits in the driver's seat.
Wow. That's beautiful. This is a different panel than everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
So he's never seen a Tesla before.
I don't think he's ever been in a seat. He's like, everything's computer up here.
Didn't one of the podcasters buy him a Trump Cybertruck?
They did, but I don't know what happened with that. Maybe you weren't allowed to do that or something, so it just was like it was Aiden Ross, I think, was just doing it on some stream online. I know too much about streaming. Maybe that was just like a gift for the stream, and then he didn't get it, but he's like, it's all computer. It's all computer up here. Newfangled car. which is why Courtney didn't want a Tesla. Not because of the political stuff. She just, not enough buttons. She wants the buttons in the vehicle. Trump says it's all computer in here. He took a look at it, but he said, I think it might be another clip that I have here where he says he can't drive it. He's like, I'm not allowed to drive. Here he is right here. Here's Trump talking about not being able to drive the Tesla.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy. And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets. And number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life
Little X is there.
to doing this. I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. And I just want people to know that you can't be penalized for being a patriot. And he's a great patriot. And he's also done an incredible job with Tesla. And, nobody else has a car.
So he's building up his buddy Elon. He's building him up and stuff. And then he talks about whether he can drive
Started up in the last 30 years it's been successful. I don't think so. And not only successful, but super successful. And
mega.
Because he's able to find billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud and waste and all of the things. Our country is going to be very strong very soon.
So, Celine, can you bring up, while we're waiting for him to say this, is there a law, a rule? What is there when they say that I can't drive as president? Is this just like a suggestion from the Secret Service? What is that? Because I don't know what that is, and I don't want to speak from the sidelines. But let's hear him talk about not being able to drive.
Because of a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of the things that I'm doing.
Obi-Wan Kenobi on Twitch says, "Who's the little kid and why is he there?" That's one of Elon Musk's 13 kids or something. That's X. That's the one that's always at these things.
And there's no better team, but there's no better for what we're doing. There's nobody like this, and he shouldn't be penalized. And when I watched the other day, I said, I can't believe it. It should be the opposite. People should be going wild, and they love the product, but because he's finding all sorts of terrible things that have taken place against our country, they want to penalize him in an economic sense. And I just think that's very unfair. So I just wanted to make a statement.
He bought the Tesla.
Here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it. And they all are all excited about that.
All right, so he says, I'm not allowed to drive. I haven't driven in a very long time.
So it's not a law, but it is more a security purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They say high-profile government officials and former officials have to rely on their appointed Secret Service teams who are trained in evasive and defensive driving maneuvers.
Right.
So it is the rule's not a law, but highly enforced by the Secret Service, and all parties seem to adhere.
Because remember, Biden drove, right? Biden drove multiple times.
When?
He drove that electric truck. I got the clip over here. Remember when he was at the dealership or
they
whatever?
Don't let him drive on public roads. Like George W. Bush has like a pickup truck, I think, that he drives around his ranch, but that's private.
Mm-hmm. He's just like desperate to get behind the wheel of something. So he's just like a little kid who can't drive on the roads. Yeah, Biden drove that electric truck.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
See it, sir.
The electric trucks give you nothing when you hit the gas. It needs to be.
I didn't know.
Play a speaker. So he drove the electric truck at the White House, Biden did. And then he drove Sabrina's new favorite car, the Jeep. He drove a Jeep one time, I believe. Is it a Wrangler? What is this thing? A Rubicon?
What's with the music?
It's just a soundtrack.
I gotta say, Biden's got a donk.
He's getting into the passenger seat or driver's seat here. And he drives the Jeep, too. So he drives the Rubicon, and he was able to get behind the wheel. Trump did not drive the Tesla for whatever reason.
There are some sources that are saying it's part of a former president's act.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't find the exact text of it.
And then there was a lot of people upset about this. They said, like MSNBC, they're just meltdown mode over everything. And they're like, this is illegal. This is illegal. And by the way, Trump supporters can't afford Teslas anyhow, which when they released the sheet on this, because now it's starting to be like a Republican thing, go buy a Tesla. Here's one of the big Twitch accounts or Twitter accounts talking about this. And Nick Cruz, I guess, says, go buy a Tesla, and then posts the whole thing with all the price points. And some of them are not so bad. Like a Tesla Model 3 starts at $34,900. That's really cheap, actually, for a new car. But they get really expensive. Like
Did
the
Trump
model,
have like a whole handwritten note about all the prices that he was?
Yeah, he said they handed him something about like, the different models and stuff. I don't know if it was this. I think it was like a handwritten thing that he had versus this. But they go up to $94,000 or $99,990 for the Cyberpunk.
You still got to pay monthly or yearly for the self-driving.
Boo on that. That's what I'm against. Forget all the political stuff. Boo on that all the way. But over on MSNBC, they were just not happy. They're not happy about much of anything right now, but this was one thing in particular.
Yeah, Julie, what's your reaction to this Tesla stunt? Is it ironic that the president is now touting electric vehicles?
I mean, first of all, it's not legal. Let's start with that. Second, I mean, you can't do this on the property of the White House. It's federal property. Second, I mean, really, the president is basically a car salesman now?
This is a lot of MSNBC right now, by the way. They just say things are illegal. They're just like, first of all, I can't do it. It's illegal. And it's like, okay. So to charge him with something?
Can the president not endorse something?
The president, as the executive, I think she might be talking about the Hatch Act. And the Hatch Act doesn't apply to the president. So either she doesn't know what she's talking about or she's yapping, which is what is going on here a lot. But there's a whole lot of saying like everything's illegal. If stuff is illegal, then you go after the people that are doing it, even if it's the president, for God's sake. Well, we just say stuff now, and she's saying like this was illegal.
It's just astounding with everything that's going on. I mean, literally, with everything that's going on in the world. He's taking time out of his day to array 4 or 5 Teslas on the White House lawn and basically act like a showroom salesman. By the way, I don't know who he thinks is buying Teslas, but I can guarantee you that they're out of reach, many of them, for the average Trump voter. So I'm not sure who in the MAGA universe he's urging to buy Teslas because Teslas.
Voter? Yeah. These people aren't all just poros.
They're all poor and they can't afford it, by the way. And who is this that just said this in chat? Hang on, let me go back because Florida Scratcher on YouTube says, wow, Sean, $30,000 plus is cheap. Yes, for a brand new car, actually, yes, $30,000 is pretty cheap. I don't know too many new vehicles right now. Now, you may be able to find a couple of them if you really search around, but there aren't too many brand new vehicles that you can buy, or electric vehicles for that matter, sub $30,000. Now, that's why I point out the range, because it's a big range. $33,000, $34,000 to $100,000 is a mighty big range to swing. But no, in 2025, $33,000, $34,000 is incredibly reasonable for a brand new car. And much of that, I'm sure, is due to subsidies paid by you and me and the federal taxpayers for these damn electric cars. What are you looking at over there, Celine? Those new ones?
I'm looking at, new vehicles on cars.com.
All right.
You can
right off the showroom?
It says new. All right. You can get a Mitsubishi Mirage ES-CVT, a lot of letters, for $15,755.
Oh, shot. That's brand new?
That's what it says.
Click it.
Go get it. Go get a couple of them.
I feel like that has the windows you have to physically roll down.
I was just going to say, does that have manual crank windows in it? Like, that must be with no bells and no whistles.
What? I wonder if it'll tell me what exactly it has keyless entry. It has Apple CarPlay.
That's just the software, though. That comes in all of these vehicles. So I don't know if that does anything. Constantine on YouTube says, I just bought my wife a Kia, where'd it go? A Kia Telluride or Kia Sportage. And it cost, damn it, man, chat's moving too fast today. And it cost, I lost it. Sorry, off into the wind. There it goes. It cost $40,000, and that's a Kia, he said. So, yeah, I mean, 30, mid-30s for a car is not too shabby in 2025. A nice vehicle, especially, C-Lane will know this, the world of trucks. Trucks are pretty damn expensive right now. You might be able to find a real small one for under that. But, I don't think that's a bad deal. Now, I don't know. Like, maybe the range on that sucks really bad. Maybe it's got so few things added onto it that you don't want to drive it.
Man, the AC on this thing looks old AF. Like,
which one, the Mitsubishi?
The Mitsubishi, yeah. It is just the very basic Like, it's probably the AC that my parents' car had in the 90s.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I like that they have an option like that.
Yeah,
though,
brand
for people.
new.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So like somebody who's really not doing so hot, and they say, I can get a starter brand new car.
It's got good gas mileage, 36 to 43.
15 sounds insane.
That's so cheap.
Yeah.
But
I don't know that I would fit inside it.
You would clown car.
It's kind of a small car.
Your head is right against the ceiling of the thing. Worth it, though, for all that savings that you get out there. So that's what's happening. And I don't want these damn vehicles. I don't want them to get political, but it seems like it's going that way. People are attacking Teslas and Cybertrucks, and this car is going to be like, do we have like a liberal car and a conservative car, a red car and a blue car? And I don't want the world economically to break up like that, but are we just in two totally different universes and that's how it's going to work out? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send a dispatch right now. Fox News sending over a little bit of naysaying during this press conference, and what's his name, Steve Ducey, saying that there's people who are going to see this and think they can't afford it or something.
And what is your message, President Trump, buying a new car while there are some folks who will see this clip at home and they are struggling with their retirement accounts down at the moment?
True.
Uncertainty about work ahead.
Well, I think they're going to do great. I think our country had to do
Sounds
this.
good.
We had to go and do this. They've taken away, other countries have taken away our business. They've taken away our jobs. I did it initially very strongly against, as you know, China and some others in the first term. And it was a very successful term. We had no inflation. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. And then we had COVID, which we had to straighten out.
No, he's going way back in the history of things, but he said, I think we're going to do great. Our country had to do this. We had to go and do this. Fingers crossed. Let me just take a peek, because I saw the futures on the Dow were, oh, God. Never mind. The futures, Dow futures before the market opened were up about 300 something, and now
can we invest in the past?
On the other way here.
I'd like to buy in some of the pasts.
Time machine.
Like 1998 Bitcoin. Like just get a whole bunch of pasts.
If you find out how to do that, please do let me know. I'd be very interested.
Anytime.
I'd be interested in finding that out. There was other things that were kind of good, bad signs. One of the ideas here is you got to slow down the economy to slow down inflation. And inflation did slow down to 2.8% in this last month, one of the first months under Trump, 2.8%. If it gets below 2%, interest rates will go down further, and that should help things out. Lower interest rates, more people going and buying high-priced items like cars, Teslas even maybe, or houses. It's like easier to finance stuff if those interest rates go down. So we need those inflation numbers to keep going down. Eggs was still up, though, because that's where we're at. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. We'll talk more about how this is kind of becoming a Republican-Democrat thing to buy Teslas or not to buy Teslas. But more importantly, there's a boycott going on, baby. And they're trying now, different countries, to say they're going to boycott American products. And I say to you, good luck, sir and madam. Good luck, sir and madam. We make a lot of things over here. Now, China makes a lot more. That's true. Yes, they do. They make a lot more things. But in America, the companies here in America, the biggest in the world, Apple, Coca-Cola, all of these huge companies, you're going to boycott all of those products? That's what they say they're going to do. But can they really? And what kind of impact will this have? We'll do that. We'll have some fun along the way today. But when we come back, before we get into any of that, there is now a proposed law that's going to roll through. This is in the state of Florida, but I'd love to see this everywhere, no matter where you're listening right now. And they've decided we need to change things in education for young kids. And here's what we're going to make them learn in the classroom. We'll go over these line by line and see if we agree with these items that they're going to make kids learn, or if we think it's a dumb idea. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
We've got an accident on the 408 westbound at the Conway East Toll Plaza blocking the left lane. Another accident with injuries on Hiawassee Road at Silver Star Road. That is State Route 438. And some slow traffic on westbound 4 between Central Florida Parkway and State Route 535. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Shoe Station.
Shoe Station's grand opening at Oviedo Park Crossing is this Saturday. First 100 customers at opening will get a reward card worth up to $100 and a chance to win a $500 gift card. Shoe Station's grand opening this Saturday.
Folks, you got to hear about this company that I just absolutely love to tell everybody about. It's a company called Mills Air. And when it comes to your air conditioning breaking down, sometimes I'll go around the neighborhood and I'll see other people, and there's another air conditioning company that showed up in the driveway, and I'm thinking, be a little weird to run in there and tell them they made a mistake, but they have. They have indeed. When I see that other AC truck out there, I know that they're not in a good position. I know that they're not going to be treated as fairly as they will with the amazing techs from Mills Air. And if that's something that's important to you like it is to me, like that people aren't going to rip you off and that they'll respect you in a business transaction, then you go to Mills Air. No question about it. They are the best of the best. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 if you are going to get a brand new Carrier unit. That's huge. Why would you pay more? You get a lot of money in rebates if you use Mills Air. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish.
And listen.
No. Skull mic. Is the skull mic working today? Is the skull mic working today? Don't want to have to ban anybody. Today will be a successful day if nobody gets banned, if everybody stays chill. Uh-oh. Hi, this is on.
I'm not banning everyone.
You're not banning anybody. What are you doing? Hold on, I'll mute it. Okay, folks. Behave today. That is nice. I think that looks good. That's a good color for up there. Jungle Jim approved. How are we today, people? See you later, Courtney. Get out of my studio. You gotta shut the door.
You got a sticker?
No, I don't want a sticker. Go. Audio's popping? Hang on. Wait, is it crackly right now? Shoot me straight. Hang on, I'm checking it out. We're doing a little test. Oh, it is crackly. All right, I'll work on that. Hang tight.
What's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment in product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions.
AD, you have bad taste in music. AD, you have terrible, bad, very good, very bad, no good, horrible, terrible, very bad, no good taste in music. That'll work. That'll work.
Through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Get ready to roll. It's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, and you're invited to join the fun. Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer. Spots are filling up fast. Reserve your lane today. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling for more details. The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, Saturday, April 12th at Oviedo Bowling Center. See you there.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure. But your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Deep Cuts, The Vinyl Experience, and 70s and 80s Rock Ride.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese. Radio. 104.1.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Got Fritz on the street in about 90 minutes on the show. That should be fun. That should be a nice little distraction as it is on Wednesday. So we're glad to play along with you. Be on your toes and maybe we can represent you in Fritz on the street today. We go to the classroom, the American classroom, where a lot of kids are dumb. There's a lot of dumb kids filling up the schools these days. Can't necessarily read, can't necessarily write. They get out and they're clueless about how they interact with the world. They don't know about finances. We don't teach them about taxes. So God knows the tax system's way too complicated. All of this stuff is thrown at them when they turn 18 and wander out into the real world. We don't set them up for success in a lot of ways, honestly. And then some of them are just dumb. But now there's a move here to change what is required learning in grades 2 through 5. Grades 2 through 5, and then even beyond that. So I'm going to tell you some of the things that this new bill, it's in the state of Florida, but everybody should adopt this, I think, really. But we'll see if each part of it, if we like it or if we don't like it. We'll go through this together. The story from Channel 6 says, with the latest legislative session underway, Florida lawmakers are already hashing it out over different bills to determine what legislation will become Florida law. As part of the kerfuffle, a couple of these bills aim to bring required topics into the classroom. One of them is called House Bill 921. It would require students in grades 2 through 5 to learn how to do particular things. And here's what they got. HB 921. They want to enact what they call the Smart Living Curriculum Act. And they would make kids in these grades take a new course called Smart Living beginning next year. That sounds nice. The curriculum will be implemented as 2 standalone courses in grades 8 and then 9 through 12. And here's what we got. Tell me if you think this is good and if young people in school should be learning this. One thing that they will learn, how to create a personal budget. All right?
That's good.
That sounds like a good thing, a smart thing.
A lot of adults that probably could have used that lesson.
Yeah, look, I mean, I was very dumb with my finances through my teens and even through my 20s, for God's sake. I had no idea what I was doing. You don't know how to save for things. You don't know how to make a budget that makes sense. You don't know how to protect yourself so that if something happens, God forbid, with your job, you're good to go. People living paycheck to paycheck and not squirreling anything away, even though you can squirrel just tiny nuts away to make sure you're all right. But that's all about learning how to create a personal budget.
Squirrel them little nuts.
And if your parents don't teach you that, like my mom and my dad was very conservative fiscally, right? He would always sit down each week and he would have his checkbook. I don't know if your parents did this, and to balance the checkbook. Here's what we spent versus here's the money that came in. You don't have to do that crap anymore. But he would balance the budget for the family, and then we'd know what was going on moving forward. That was a normal thing in the house. But he still didn't sit down and go like, Sean, here's how you take your money, and here's how you put this in this place. And I had to kind of figure a lot of that out my own way. And I'm not necessarily the best at it, but it would have been better to learn some of this in school. So I think how to create a personal budget is good. I think kids should be learning that in school. Here's another one. How personal credit works, such as using credit cards and applying for loans.
Yeah, that's huge.
I think that's good.
I didn't have any credit for the longest time. And even when, took small steps here and there to try and build some, and built pretty great credit. And even with that, when I went to buy my truck, got denied like 3 times because I'd never financed anything before.
Right. Yeah. They tell you at first it's just about the number. You got to get that credit score number up. And then it's like, no, it's a mix of the amounts of credit you've had, the types of long-term or short-term credit you have. But kids don't learn that. And here's the most important thing, perhaps. They need to, in depth, teach kids about predatory loans. When they say to you, oh, here's a credit card, you're going to get a credit card with a $5,000 limit, and you're 19?
Like, what?
What? Hell yeah.
You give me a loan and I just get all this money right now without reading that tiny little fine print?
They say, yes, Sabrina, here you go. Let me give you this shiny card. You get a custom logo on the front if you want. Here it is. And you'll have access to $5,000 immediately. Spend it on whatever you want. There's a couple of perks that come along with it. Oh, yeah, it's got a 26% APR. If you don't know what the hell that means, all you hear is $5,000. You take a card and you got huge interest rates, 25, 26%, maybe more, 40%. I've seen craziness out there.
You're saying this from a generation who had to go to the bank, or maybe they read about it online. And now I think even more of a risk of predatory loans, or your split this payment up and make it easy for yourself. By the way, first payment's going to be super cheap. But the 30th payment is going to have so much interest on it that you wish you would have just paid off the whole thing.
They do not let people know all the ins and outs of those deals on purpose, obviously. How to manage debt is another one that they want to teach these kids. I'm on board. I also wish our federal government would take these courses, too. I think that would be nice. How to file a tax return. That is important. I wish kids were learning this. Why aren't they learning it? I think you don't think learning how to file a tax return is important, Sila?
I don't think it's that hard to learn how to file a tax return.
I butchered the first tax return I did.
I think that I've never filed without TurboTax.
Yes. Right. No. And I think you'll probably say I'm wrong on this. I think you can use that, implement that in the course. Yeah. Say you can use this software, but it's still not easy for people who aren't super fast with things like that.
But yeah,
you're just clicking along sometimes, but to properly write off everything you could and all that is very complicated, I think.
You just got to explore the software a little bit. It really can, having that number right there, watching it move back and forth. Very helpful.
But imagine that was a game and you're in 8th grade, 9th grade or something.
It was a game to me for very many years.
How can I make this
IRS
go?
a player in that?
He did his best to make sure they lose, which you should do, by the way. That's important.
But there should be some sort of here's how to file your taxes with, teach them to use TurboTax or any of the number of free ways to file. Part of it is that if you are just a regular person with a regular job, they make it so easy now where you just take a picture of your W-2 and you're done.
Upload it, click a couple of buttons.
Yeah.
I think you can max it out, though, and you could find smart ways to do this. Eddie on YouTube says, fiscal responsibility course is a high school requirement right now. I'm imagining that's based on which state you're in. It's too short and not well implemented, he said. Well, if we can improve on it, I think that's good because all these sound smart to me. Then they want to teach these kids in school, middle school and high school, the home buying process, including home insurance. That's good. They should be learning this. Why is it that we get launched into the real world and we're like, I don't know, what do I do here? You need experts and people to help you out, like that mortgage guy Don on our side of things. But all these things, that said, should be easier, or you should know more about them. Career readiness, such as exploring your own personality and passions, okay? Post-graduation paths, such as college, trade school, and full-time employment. This couldn't be more important. Oh, my God. Do you know how many people I've heard of with all the student loan forgiveness stuff in the past 5 years where they go, Sean, I'm $120,000 in student loan debt. And I go, really? What do you do? And then they announce a job that will never pay off that debt. They announce a job that didn't require them to get the degree they got. They just viewed it as an extension of their life from high school. Now you go to college. Now you pay the big rich college, big rich money. And then from there, you sort of figure out if you could ever pay off all the debt that you build up over this course of time. So I think they should teach them about college and that option. I think they should teach them about maximizing grants and the potential for you to make that college experience cheaper. I think they should teach them that you shouldn't look down on community college as a stepping stone to whatever state college or other college you want to go to. I think these things are great. Trade school might be a really awesome option for a lot of people, or just getting into the workforce. Not everybody has to follow the same path. I'm on board. Creating resumes, applying for scholarships, handing out a FAFSA application. These have to be approved by lawmakers, and then they would take effect July 1st for next year's schooling, or possibly the year after. I think that's good. I think all that is good.
I can't believe you have not mentioned the one thing in this bill that has people scratching their heads.
That's what I'm waiting for, all right?
Yeah.
Now,
Things that make you say, huh?
to the last one, which I go, hey, I'm so on board. Kids should learn about how finances work. We got the stock market tanking right now. What if you're young and you've invested some money and all of a sudden you see red? What should you do? Do you freak out? Is it a long-term investment? Those things are important, and we can see right now with what's happening with the markets why that would be. But the other thing they're weaseling in there is they want to force kids to learn cursive.
Again, huh?
Of all the things, like go back to doing math the right way. Ditch Common Core, get rid of all these dumb things.
I thought we did ditch Common Core.
Maybe they did. They may have, and I'm not updated on that. Get rid of some of the reading strategies they were using. And phonics is clearly one of the best ways for young kids to learn how to read when they're first doing what is maybe the most important thing in all of schooling, learning how to read. Can't really teach logic that much, but, well, maybe you could try. But learning how to read is very, very important. But cursive?
Well, remember
Why?
we had a story last year that was like kids are so far away from cursive that they don't know how to sign their own name.
They don't, but
like create a signature. But maybe we don't have to do the whole cursive thing. Just, hey, let's develop your signature.
Yeah, do a quick class on that, because otherwise, aren't we kind of, isn't that the equivalent? Maybe this is me being nutso, and maybe this is, you don't agree with this. Isn't this like us teaching the abacus in school?
A little bit.
Sure, it does a thing, but do we have to hold on to all these things? Maybe cursive is RIP, and we don't need to do that.
Do they back it up? Like the reason why, or they just send out the list of what we want to teach them?
They said, per the bill's text, they want students to develop skills necessary for legible cursive writing, including letter formation, proper spacing and alignment, practice with writing words in cursive. By the end of age 5, each student must demonstrate proficiency in cursive writing through an evaluation of written words. Grade 5, excuse me.
Oh,
if I said
I was about to say.
No, by the end of grade 5, each student must be able to show that they know cursive frontwards and backwards. I want kids at grade 5
they
or
have
elsewhere
to write cursive backwards?
Hold on.
DeSantis is out of his mind.
That's not what I meant.
He excelled in backwards cursive, obviously.
I meant they should know it inside and out. That is to say,
the
like
inside of cursive.
They should be very aware of how cursive works, how to write in cursive, and all these things. I'm so much more concerned with reading, writing, and math, and not cursive.
Yeah, because you suck at cursive.
I'm okay at cursive. How often do I use it is what I ask myself.
I love
How
cursive.
often do I use all the other things? The other things are so much more important. Imagine teaching a classroom full of kids on MacBooks how to write in cursive. It's like Michael Scott teaching. It's like backwards. I don't think we need it anymore. I think that one's a miss. It's a lose on the list.
I wonder what's still in the curriculum right now. Like, let's take HB 921 out of the picture. What is in the curriculum right now that is outdated? Like, I'd be curious to hear from teachers or from parents who have had to help kids with their homework and go, hey, this is...
Are we still doing it?
Yeah. Because when you get, like, further into specific education towards a career that you might want, like a trade or not, or if it's going towards, like, some sort of a degree, you will learn things that you go... This is...
I ain't gonna be using this.
If you're in like any sort of digital media, television, whatever, and they teach you linear editing.
So some people have argued this in the past. I don't know how true it is, but right off the top,
that are outdated. Hold on, save that if you don't mind. Save that, and we'll talk about this. And I'll open it up, like Sealand said. Let's open this up to teachers. What is something? Some of them are on break. Some of them are drinking vodka. What is something?
Water bottle.
Some of them are podcasters. What is something that you teach your kids, or is taught in these schools, but that they absolutely don't need? Not that most of them won't need or whatever, but just they absolutely don't need to know this. But here we are teaching this stuff in the classroom. No, well, yeah, that piece would be bad. Balancing your finances, good. Balancing checkbook, stupid. Get out of here. All right, let us know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. When we return, we'll hear from you, and we'll get into more of what's going on with this boycott of America, if that takes place. And we talked about this yesterday, but the backlash is real, friends. Seriously, did Southwest Airlines just do themselves in completely?
Oh, yeah.
The response I saw that this was wild, so we'll get into that as well. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the Jim Colbert Show, Ray from Johnny's House joins us, and we'll talk to Scott Maxwell, Ross Padgett, Debbie Hensel from Back to Nature Wildlife Rescue, and Keith DiNatale with the Traveling Vietnam Wall exhibit. Plus, Universal tickets up for grabs. That's all today on the Jim Colbert Show.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for our Wednesday. And today is going to be such a beautiful day across Central Florida. Warm temperatures, sunshine, a high of around 80 degrees today in Orlando. Temperatures will continue to warm through the rest of this week and into the weekend. Highs in the mid-80s by Friday, upper 80s through the weekend before our next cold front arrives as we head to Sunday night and Monday, bringing with it some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by 7-Eleven. Spontaneous pizza cravings can happen at any moment, so they've got you covered. Get 2 bigger slices of hot, delicious pizza plus a Pepsi 20-ounce for just $5 with 7 rewards. Cravings satisfied. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/FreshFromFlorida.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy.
Hello. Testing again. Is the Skull mic on now? Skull mic test number 500. Hello. It's on now? Still crackly? God damn it. Why is it crackly still? All right, I'm going to do something big. Hello. How are we sounding now? Are we still cracky? Crackly? Still crackly? Damn it, it shouldn't be cracking at all right now. That's very weird. Hang on. Hello. Still crackly? Check. Damn it. Crackly or no crackly? All right, fine.
Playing Detective 2.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha!
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Make your money go further with on-the-spot savings at Rent-A-Center. Right now, get top furniture and appliance brands starting as low as $19.99 per week in rent without using credit. Only necessary.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Still crackly or no crackly? Still crackly or no crackly? Final test of the school mic. Still crackly or no crackly? Yeah. Crackly and static. Weird. All right, there's something going on with that. I'll have to fix that after the show.
A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
It's tax season, and your refund just found a new home, the saddle of a pre-owned Harley. Space Coast Harley-Davidson is rolling out the IRS Inventory Reduction Sale. Pre-owned bikes priced to move, some at 50% below original MSRP, and many still have the remainder of factory warranty. Don't let your refund sit. Put it towards 2 wheels and pure freedom. Shop now at SpaceCoastHarley-Davidson.com and lock in your ride before these bikes disappear.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. We want to be cutting edge on the fashion world.
Keith LeClaire at IDC, talking about how IDC is now a premier destination for one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry. Earrings, pendants, bracelets, necklaces, timepieces.
Most people know that we're a diamond house, but what they don't know is that we have a tremendous amount of fashion. More than half of our store is dedicated to fashion jewelry.
Featuring the world's premier designers with unique styles in white gold, yellow gold, platinum, and an exciting new collection of gorgeous eye-catching colored stones.
Rubies, sapphires, emeralds, parivas, tourmalines, aquas, you name it. We have it. There's so many gemstones out there that people never even heard about. We are making a big move into it. Every woman needs a wardrobe of jewelry.
So if you're looking for the finest in fashion jewelry for any occasion and everyday wear, you'll find the most creative, most dazzling, most cutting-edge styles right here at IDC.
A woman can never have too much jewelry.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Millennium Mall, and Waterford. Online at shopidc.com.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Shoe Station's grand opening at Altamont Mall is this Saturday. First 100 customers at opening will get a reward card worth up to $100 and a chance to win a $500 gift card. Shoe Station's grand opening this Saturday.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
And if you listen on iHeartRadio, friend, boy, have I got a tip for you. All you have to do is take this station right here, whatever station you're listening to the show on, and make it your preset right on the top of your iHeartRadio app. That'll put us right there in close contact with you. And then, if you don't mind, you can put the News Junkie podcast there. So if we're live, boom, you hit the live feed. If not, you hit the podcast and you listen like that each and every day. Thanks for those of you who have been doing that. This was a big mistake, I think, this update, this news this week by Southwest Airlines. And I started to feel it in a very close sense right after the show, because after the show, I go out, I'm getting ready to do the podcast and work on a whole bunch of other stuff. And Courtney goes, well, now that I'm thinking about not using Southwest Airlines anymore, I don't know which airline to go to.
Become a Delta couple. Be on a team.
We have no reason necessarily to have been so connected to Southwest and so reliably a Southwest customer and just loyal to them. And the whole thing was like some of the ease stuff, like the bags fly free. That was literally the tagline, like Southwest, your bags fly free. And they said, nope, we're not doing that anymore unless you're like a higher tier, customer.
Yeah, I saw someone kind of break down everything as a Southwest customer because from what I understand, the way they presented it to their frequent flyers is like, we have great news for you guys. We're going to rip the rug from right under you, and these are the ways. And apparently, unless you're flying like business select, everyone else just gets nothing. Like you can't even get the Wi-Fi on the plane without paying extra.
Right, and then you just become another one of these nickel and dime airlines, which people look at as a lower rung. And I'm talking about Frontier and Spirit in some of these.
And when looking for the flights, like recently for my trip to Georgia, I was like, let's see what they are. And of course, Frontier pops up, Spirit pops up, and the initial are like hundreds of dollars less. And then you click it, and they're like, okay, but for 2 bags, it's going to be around $200. So it ends up being just as much as I paid for Delta.
Yeah, that's a lot.
2 bags with that, a more comfortable flight, entertainment of some sort. It just seems like it's, what's the point here, Southwest?
The other option is you turn into that person that wears like 15 shirts and a coat, and then your carry-on is like about to bust wide open.
Someone was, it's creative if you think about it, but they use like an empty like neck pillow almost and just stuff their socks and underwear in it and use that.
That's the person you have to be.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Vets on YouTube says Southwest wants to deepen and reward loyalty for their most loyal customers, failing to understand that's your demographic. The only reason folks use Southwest is because they can't afford Delta. Maybe for some people, for me, I liked Southwest. I liked the Southwest experience. I didn't like some things about it. So when I heard about assigned seats, I said, well, that sounds kind of okay. I could be with that. Just change the process a little bit and we pick our seats. But hearing that they're going to start nickel and diming you just like all the other stupid airlines are makes me go, now we have them separated. Now we have Delta and American Airlines and whoever, up toward the better tiers. And now you're going down to the lower tiers with the Spirits and the Allegiants and the places you don't want to fly quite as much. That's bad. That's dumb. And a lot of the response has not been good to this. It's not just like Courtney was the only one who was saying, I'm not flying Southwest Airlines anymore. I heard this from a lot of people online yesterday, like, congrats on completely ruining your business in one swift, terrible move. Lots of stories like that making the rounds. So we'll see. Maybe they roll that back. Maybe they keep going with it. I don't know. The airline industry, sometimes they change things and you go, this is going to be the way it is now. And then it lasts like 6 months.
And you just forget, you forgot that it used to be the other way.
I will never forget. Never forget. 9/11 style.
Yeah.
Same.
When we used to go into the airport for a short period of time.
Smoke a cigarette.
By the gate.
Those were the days. They
had those little COVID people detectors that would tell you if there was too many people in one place, and they'd be like, 2 people are too close together, and they'd tell you that there was some alert of people too close together. As you get ready to board a tube with all the same people,
what's circulating air
in the closest of quarters, it's like, what, dude? They changed that pretty quick, so maybe this changes too. We'll see. All right, we want to hear from you today on the show. Do join us. I know you got some thoughts and some opinions. Work those in. We got some dispatches for you right now. Here's one, the first of the day. Funny name, talking about teaching the kids.
Hey, guys. Happy day.
You too.
I agree with most everything on that list, minus the cursive. That's not really necessary anymore. But financial intelligence is great to teach kids, give them tools to know how to balance budgets and things like that. But I also think they should bring back home ec class. I had home ec class when I was in middle school, and they taught us, how to cook and basics of, being around the kitchen, and also things like sewing on buttons and mending, things like that. I think that's a great skill that kids need to learn as well.
Yeah, there's this weird thing that's happening now where a lot of people, and I think this is hard to combat just logically, a lot of people will go, why do we need that? The young generation right now, who is keenly aware of how to use technology, can go on YouTube and find out how to sew anything, how to cook anything at any level, how to fix their car, how to mow the lawn, how to do anything. They can find it right there for free on YouTube if they wanted to. But just because we have access to things doesn't mean we're going to learn it. You learned things in school, and that stuff gets baked into your head, and that's sort of like the basic skill set that you have through life. Adding to that skill set, some things like you're saying, like the home ec stuff, I do think is valuable, even if kids have access to take it further later. One more for now. Here is Sharkbait joining us on the show.
Hey there, junkies.
Hey.
So, I'm feeling a little cringy right now. I just found out that, listening to the different 1041 shows you to have different kind of personalities. Well, it turns out I may have been one of the reasons why a certain event can't go on again this year, and I feel kind of bad. I was going through some stuff. So
that is vague.
Anywho, I hope I can be better with you guys. Bye.
I have no idea what that was about.
Yeah.
So
there was one clue in there. So I don't think it's us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that, but I'm sorry. I'm unaware of what you're talking about, Sharkbait, but thank you for the dispatch regardless. We shall move over to you next. Your thoughts. Go ahead. You guys can decode that over in chat if you'd like.
And then let us know what you think. I have no idea.
We got to get ready for the next segment while you figure out what the hell that was and what that was about over on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. The live link for those of you looking, because I keep getting emails about this. How do I find where's the YouTube stream? It's always on top of thenewsjunkie.com. Or if you're doing it on TV on one of the apps like YouTube, just search for The News Junkie. You'll see when we're streaming. Click the thumbnail, presto bango, you'll be good to go. All right, when we come back, we'll get into this Boycott America movement real quick and see what's happening with that. Also, the shredding and burning of documents going on in the government today. Why? What's happening here? What do we need to know about this? All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to Universal Studios Orlando all week on the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Two separate wrecks on the 408, one eastbound near the Conway Toll Plaza blocking the right lane, the other in the westbound direction blocking the left lane. We've also got a wreck on Judge Road at Conway Road South and an accident with injuries at Hiawassee Road at Silver Star Road. That's State Route 438. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by 7-Eleven. Spontaneous pizza cravings can happen at any moment, so they've got you covered. Get 2 bigger slices of hot, delicious pizza plus a Pepsi 20-ounce for just $5 with 7 rewards. Cravings satisfied. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for details.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand college.
Hello. Okay, testing, reducing the gain. Reducing the gain. Is it still crackly, still poppy? How are we doing on our Skull Mic update? We reduced the gain. How are we doing with our gain reduction, friend? Still poppy? That's weird. Weird. Okay, so it's not the volume then. It's not the volume.
Orlando community, local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door, garage doors done right.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha!
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so we've got the new Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to go. And you can drive home your new Kia in 1 hour or less, like a new 2025 Kia K4. Lease for only $159 per month for 24 months with $35.95 due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 4/5/25.
Hey, Daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Home of the world famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
About an upcoming event, you guys have been yelling, screaming, and demanding a live event from us. And boy, do we have one coming up before too long here. Well, coming up this year, we should say. And we'll unveil what's going down tomorrow on the show. Okay, there's pending boycotts of American goods. This seems bad. I don't want people to be boycotting American stuff. We make some good things here in the good old US of A. And I'm happy to buy things from the United States. I'm happy to purchase goods and pay even a little bit more for them that are made here in the United States of America. But the other countries, not so much. And they're starting to get together and demand boycotts. And here's one example that I saw. A renowned German classical violinist, who we all know and love, of course, Christian Tetzlaff, was blunt.
I love the violin.
He was explaining why he and his quartet have canceled a summer tour of the United States. We're missing out, folks. This is what the tariffs are costing us here. We can't see Christian Tetzlaff in the German classical violinist quartet. There seems to be a quietness or denial about what's going on, Tetzlaff said. I feel utter anger. I cannot go on with this feeling inside. I cannot just go and play a tour of beautiful concerts, he says. So this dude's boycotting America because of like Trump and the tariffs and all of those kind of things. I see some people like that out there, these very political people. I see you out there so much, and I'm like, you have to make sure you're enjoying your life. You really, like, I can't stand by idly while you've got to enjoy yourself. This guy says he's not touring the U.S. and he's going to be boycotting. They said he's not alone. Here's some stats. I know you love those. Figures released this week suggested the number of Canadians taking road trips to the United States of America had dropped about 23% compared with 2024. So that's not good. Less people driving over the border, 25% drop. Sweden has said, some of the folks there, that they are going to boycott American goods. They're really searching for these stories, though, because there's like 2 Facebook groups out of Sweden that said they're not buying Tesla, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Good luck to you. What do you can't do Pepsi? Pepsi's an American company, too, is it not? Unless I'm missing something there. I think Pepsi's American, too.
Absolutely.
You don't think they've come up with their own cola yet?
Red, white, and blue.
Oh, I'm sure they have their own local brands, but they probably suck. You know how that goes. It's like everybody who goes, we have sodas, but none of them are from Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
This is Dr. Owl.
And you go,
No, thank you.
It's all right. Nike and Levi's, they're not buying them, they say. Oh, and real good luck here with your boycott, okay? They're boycotting services like Netflix, Google, and Airbnb. Yeah, I bet. All right. So when I can't vote in U.S. elections or demonstrate on the streets in the United States, I feel that I have to do something. We are going to boycott America. That's what they say. Australians, too, saying we're going to do the same thing. We are going to stop drinking the alcohol that comes from the U.S.
Foster's.
Jack Daniels, Jim Beam. I don't know why they keep going after those two. They're hardest hit in all of this.
Because that's like the most American.
And then you got people sending it back to, hold on, is this Americans that are boycotting Canadian whiskey too? Oh, is this guy going to curse?
This is going to turn into a colossal waste of alcohol.
It is.
Because, what's the famous drink? A good friend of ours used to drink it. It was Canadian something. And
Canadian Mist? Canada Dry?
Yeah, maybe that was. And
what do you mean, alcoholic?
C&C or 7 and 7.
Oh, Seagram's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Canadian or not. Well, this guy right here is an American who says he's countering all this stuff. He's not drinking.
As somebody who knows whiskey, I want to show you how to drink the Canadian stuff. Follow me.
Please don't curse.
Just pour it right in there.
I didn't realize.
And then what you want to do is make sure that you flush it.
He took the Crown Royal, which I'm assuming is Canadian.
Make sure that you flush it in case it accidentally jumps back out of the toilet into your mouth.
This brings us to the point.
What a loser.
This brings us to the point we often arrive at here on the whole boycott front. Sir, you already purchased the Crown Royal.
Yeah, but
you already bought it. It's already in your house. What you're doing now is stupid. Drink what you have now, and then if you don't want to purchase any more,
also he didn't pour out
forward,
the whole thing. He just poured out a little bit.
He poured out a little bit, yeah. I don't think he went back and poured out any more, but he poured out like one worth and put that in the toilet and flushed it. If you've already bought it, keep it. If you don't want to buy some Canadian liquor, go to your local liquor store and say, hey, for this reason, I'm thinking about not purchasing Canadian liquor anymore. I don't want to buy Crown Royal or whatever drink it is. I instead want to buy American. What are some options that you have? And just do it that way. This is all dumb performative stuff. And there's nothing worse than the performative, stupid, fake boycott stuff. This like it's like Hollywood-esque. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that out of protest. It's all performative nonsense.
I couldn't imagine being a liquor store employee right now where people are coming in and going, hey, I don't want to buy anything Canadian. Can you direct me to something that's not Canadian?
But are they? Do you think the average person who works at a liquor store has encountered even one of those people?
If they have a phone in their face, or they have a friend of theirs filming it.
They're recording it.
It just seems to be a thing for clout more than anything.
I think people do boycott. I think Bud Light shows you that is something and it can have an impact. I think people do that. I think that if you want to do that and vote with your money, that's fine. But I think most of it, or a lot of it at the very least, is very, very performative like this. It's the Canadians taking the liquor bottles they've already purchased off the counter. It's the Americans dumping the stuff down the toilet. Meanwhile, the world of normal people continues. And us normal people keep doing our normal things and going to work and enjoying life and watching a movie and all of those things while you make videos to try to fight with Canada or whatever. Have fun with that. We'll go to you and your dispatches here in just a moment. No, this can't be real. There's people already chiming in on this with a dispatch that I'll get into. But I got to tell you something to be aware of. It's happening more. These key cloner car thefts, kind of hard to say, are on the rise in several states, including Southern California, where everything gets stolen. But they had to issue a press release this week, and they said there's a lot of newer vehicles sold today that are keyless or remote ignition. I think almost everything in the last 10 years has got to be keyless, right? I mean, maybe even further than that.
I don't know. Let me go back and look at that Mitsubishi.
That might not have it, though.
Like keyless entry or like start-stop button?
Both. Keyless entry or the ability to remote start it. In the last 10 years.
I don't have that. Oh, so
you don't have it?
I don't even have that. My car is, 12 years old?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even have the thing where you can hold down the lock button, all the windows go down. I always thought that was the coolest thing, but for some reason mine didn't get it.
That's actually could be kind of annoying if you don't know it's a feature, because
I didn't know that was a thing.
Try it. It makes you feel cool.
I've returned to a car that I was driving and all the windows were down and I was like, what? I've been robbed. What the hell happened?
Somebody took all my stuff. Most newer vehicles sold today are enabled with keyless or remote ignition. The owner of the vehicle simply needs to have their key fob close, and people can capture those signals, and then they can start or unlock your car using these aftermarket devices. We've talked about these on the show before. They said they're advising residents to avoid this, to park inside a garage if possible. Consider installing motion sensing lights and or video cameras. That's a good idea. Consider storing key fobs in a signal blocking box, such as a Faraday pouch. Who doesn't have one of those at home? The Faraday pouch that blocks all the signals. Purchase an aftermarket low-cost GPS tracking device to conceal inside a vehicle, or contact the dealership to inquire about security software update eligibility. So I guess you could be protected from any of this stuff. This is the newfangled way to steal cars, and a lot of people, I guess, are doing this. All right, let's check in with a couple of people. Douglas is saying that somebody got kicked out of an Uber.
Hey, news junkies.
Hey.
Yeah, Sean, about the boycott. I'm an Uber driver. Just had a family from Ontario, picked them up at the airport, get in the car, and the father just starts ranting about Trump and the U.S. and stuff like that. So on my way to take him to Disney, I got off the exit at OBT and dropped him off at OBT in Sand Lake and said, have a nice day. Ain't going to talk crap about my country and my car when you first get here. They were pretty pissed, but
that rating
should
have great.
Probably not going to be good.
Save it for when you get back home.
Taking one for the team there, Douglas. Yeah, I think your review from the Canucks might not be the highest, but there you go. Doug making a move in this battle back and forth. Here's Booty Sweat talking about teaching kids.
Hey there, junkies.
Hey.
I say this as someone who pretty much learned how to write cursive as soon as I learned how to write, because I was required to write in cursive all of my school assignments up until probably about the third grade or so.
Okay.
I don't think kids are going to get much use out of cursive except for being able to read historic documents, when that was the standard for legal documents.
That's true.
That's when most people wrote in cursive all their letters to each other and whatnot. Reading historic documents is probably the only justification for teaching it still.
I don't disagree. And if you wanted to say, like,
transcribed already.
But if you wanted to say, hey, if you're going to be in the history field,
yeah,
and you're going sort of advanced in that lane, 100%. That would be absolutely a skill worth picking up. But we got to cast a fairly wide net when we think about what we teach our kids in school. We should teach them the things that they need to know, the things that are going to help them with their life moving forward, and the things that, most importantly, give them no excuses. I want every single kid, no matter their financial background, to have sort of no excuse as to why they did or didn't do well. I want everybody to have a fair shot. They have a great set of ideas, a great work ethic, or overall they're just really driven to do some big things. I want them to be able to do that. I don't want the poor kids to not be able to achieve that. I don't want the kids who grow up in certain areas not to be able to achieve that. I want everybody to have a fair shot. And you need this kind of basic knowledge base to do that. So that's why I find this stuff to be pretty important. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we will talk about what's happening at a house in a Melbourne neighborhood that must just be one of the more frustrating things you could imagine. What's happening? We'll find out together. Stick with us. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
What is everybody on that this is the look?
What do you mean, like the scrunchies around
like
their legs?
Big old hair scrunchies, mom jeans. It's like just bad.
Man, you don't know what you're...
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'm getting all horny just thinking about it.
Okay.
You're listening to the Monsters in the Morning.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
3 separate wrecks on the 408, eastbound near the Conway Toll Plaza blocking the right lane, westbound near that same toll plaza blocking the left lane, and eastbound just before State Route 417. We've got a wreck at Judge Road, at Conway Road, and Hiawassee Road, at Silver Star Road, State Route 438. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Shoe Station.
Shoe Station's grand opening at Altamont Mall is this Saturday. First 100 customers at opening will get a reward card worth up to $100 and a chance to win a $500 gift card. Shoe Station's grand opening this Saturday.
The Monster Brew Bus, presented by JustCallMo.com, is ready to roll to Volusia County, Saturday, March 29th. Tickets are on sale now. One bus has sold out, so they added a second one. Join the Monsters as they travel to Ormond Brewing and then to Crimson House in New Smyrna Beach. Spend the day with your favorite Monsters. Enjoy free beers, live music, and lunch from Jersey Mike's. Special thanks to JustCallMo.com, MCA Transportation, and Jersey Mike's. Get tickets at realradio.fm/brew.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL.
Hello, hello. Check 1, 2. How long is this damn delay? There it is. Oh. Okay. So it's only sputtering. Damn it, I think it needs an OBS restart. I think that's all it is. Okay.
A home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others. What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today because the future is solar-powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
What sets International Diamond Center apart from those big box jewelry chain stores?
The problem with big chain stores is that they're all run by corporate.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
That means the people at the store level just plain don't care much.
At IDC, you're not dealing with a bunch of retail clerks. You're working with a true jewelry professional who's not on commission and not beholden to a bunch of corporate dictated rules and policies.
When you're in the big corporate world, everybody operates out of a manual or a big book of rules. At IDC, we don't have a manual telling our people how to deal with customers. We empower our people to take care of those customers in the way they would want to be taken care of.
Get the respect, guidance, professionalism, and genuine care you deserve from people who put you first.
We tell them point blank, do whatever it takes to make the customer happy, period.
International Diamond Center. Locally owned, internationally connected.
We want them to take care of you, protect you, and make it the best experience that you could possibly have.
International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Have you ever wondered if your pet is lying to you?
Why is my cat not here? And I go in and she's eating my lunch.
Or if hypnotism is real?
You will use the suggestion to enhance your control.
Or what's inside a black hole?
Black holes could be a consequence of the way we understand the universe.
Well, we have answers for you in the new podcast, Science Stuff. Join me, Jorge Cham, as we answer questions about animals, space, our brains, and our bodies. Listen to Science Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart Radio app, search Science Stuff, and listen now.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Radio. 104.1.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Going through the most viral stories of the day each and every day by sending an email. How do you do that? Well, you send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And if I have to explain any more of that to you, then I don't know if this is for you. But I think you'll be okay. Put anonymous on top if you'd like to stay anonymous. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And Roy emails the show. And honestly, I've seen a lot of sentiment like this out there, which it doesn't hit with me, man. I find it to be kind of weird. Honestly, but I've seen people feeling this way. So I'll read it and we'll talk about what's happening. Roy says, of all of this stuff happening with the economy and whatnot, America deserves what it gets from Canada or whomever else. People knew it was going to go this way when they elected Trump. He yelled and yelled about tariffs. You just expect Canada to sit back and take the bullying? I would say I'm surprised that you side with the schoolyard bully, but that'd be a lie. Look at the biggest exports to Canada. In no way will it cripple them into a soup line. So a couple of things. Number one, there's this whole like, I hope things go bad, we deserve it movement. And that's weird. For me, I don't care who's elected official, who's the president, who's whatever. I'm always rooting for America, and I want everybody to do well, and I want our country to succeed. I saw people yesterday in a post about a French submarine popping up off the east coast of the United States, wanting France to invade the United States to take over.
Fire the missiles! But I'm retired.
I'm really, really hoping that the French just start lobbing some missiles at us. We deserve this. Sort of this, like, we deserve to be punished kind of thing here. And if the French took over, you'd be happier with that. That's crazy to me. That is not something that I can connect with at all. But there seems to be at least some people out there that think that. As far as the tariff stuff, I think it's important to back up a little bit. And a lot of people don't know how any of this works, and that's fine. You don't really need to go deep on it. But it's a silly thing to think that the way things are is the way things should be. We do that a lot, right? We do the way things are is the way things should be. So the way that you do anything from paying your bills or, where you get your cable from or where you get your internet from, the way that you do that is the way that it always should be. The way that the tariffs are aligned between the United States and Canada and have been for the last 30, 40, 50 years are the way that they should be does not follow logically. It's like, what are the arrangements here? Is America getting ripped off? Should America be getting ripped off? Should we get into this and try to renegotiate these things? The way things are is not always the way that they should be. Now, I think Canada was a weird target for all of this. It doesn't seem like that would have been the first place you would have gone after. You would have gone after like a China or another country that people would rally more behind you going after. But Canada is the pick for, or one of them, for the Trump administration. So, yeah, that's the way I see it. And honestly, if the United States did a giant tariff increase on Canada, it would absolutely cripple them. It would 100% cripple them. And you may or may not know this, but Canada has really high tariffs of their own. Past certain points, if you want to buy milk, eggs, various other things in agriculture, they have 130, 135% tariffs on them, 200+% tariffs on them. Don't just look at this and go, the orange man's in charge, so things must be bad. Try to think it out a little bit more. You might still be mad, but at least use your brain a little bit. Samantha emails and says, happy hump day. Samantha, happy hump day to you. I'm super excited. We are about 30 minutes or so away from Fritz on the Street, and I'm going to try to win today. I'm going to try to do my best and give it my all.
As opposed to other days, have you not tried to win?
When I say that I'm going to try to win, it makes me feel better about my chances. Okay. That's how I like to position myself. Full. It's like the football team about to take the field. And you don't go out there planning to lose. You go, all right, guys, let's get out there and put it all on the field. Let's kick ass and take names.
Are you basing that example off of a movie you've seen? Or?
I saw Rudy one time, and then I saw one time on Fox during the football game. They went back live to the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
There was a guy screaming, and I didn't hear half of it, but he was like, you're going to go get him, you're going to do it.
I don't know that I've ever seen Rudy the whole way through, but my friend used to call it the ultimate guy cry movie.
Yeah, because it's sports related, but also emotional. Like they sneak the emotions in a Trojan horse for guys.
Yes, probably. Likely.
It's like a car movie where Days of Thunder, you're like, hell yeah, Rubbin' is racing. I don't know if that's from that.
Rubbin' is racing.
You don't know Days of Thunder? Tom Cruise behind the wheel of that NASCAR?
Sure.
Rubbin', that's Rubbin', and Rubbin' is racing. That kind of stuff. They sneak a little tearjerker in there. Seems like a Trojan horse to me. Samantha says, good after morning news crew. No matter when you're listening, we say hello. I was wondering if C-Lane could give me a birthday gift and pick me for Fritz on the Street. My own boyfriend forgot my birthday today.
Oh.
Ouchie.
He still has the rest of the day. Maybe he's got a surprise planned.
Yeah.
I hope so. Also, I'm having to work when it's finally a nice day out here in Kentucky where I'm listening. So I would love it if C-Lane could pick me, even if we don't win. I'd still be happy. Love y'all. Thank you for making my work days not so boring. Well, thank you, Samantha. I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Samantha.
Happy birthday.
The hell? Happy birthday from us to you. We're glad that you're with us today.
Oh, what if I forget to pick Samantha? That would be...
Jot it down. Make a note. Put it with all your other notes. Your little cheat sheet. Getting ready for Fritz on the Street. Fritz on the Street cheat sheet. And you're like, this person died. This many people were drunk on the panel. I got no cheat sheet over here. I'm raw dogging it. That's why I'm losing. Sean, says Brandon.
You just solved your own case there, bud.
I might have. I'll think about it. There are several freak faithful listeners that have become regular listeners to the News Junkie. Let's grow the show in Dallas and get the game of magnets going. Several others have suggested this recently. What do we say we have an all Dallas version of Fritz on the street? Oh, I don't know. I live in Fort Worth, but I work on the Dallas side. I log over 500 miles a week covering the entire Metroplex. Thanks, Brandon. Damn. Brandon, that reminds me of somebody. I saw this young person, and they were posting their budget online. And they were posting their budget for people to scrutinize on some social media platform. They said, this is what I'm doing. What do you think? Am I wasting money?
Twitter, y'all see this?
And it said, rent $1,300.
Too damn high.
I'm ballparking, but it doesn't matter. Rent, $1,300. Said power bill, $100. Said internet, $60. All these things were very reasonable. They made sense within budgeting. And on top for the month, because this person made $16 an hour, I believe, was an expense that kind of stood out to me. And it said gas, $600 a month. And somebody said, why is your gas so high? Why are you paying so much money? And they said, I have a 2-hour commute, 1 hour each way, even more than that when there's any kind of traffic going on. So my commute could be up to 4 hours every single day. And it cost me in gas $600 a month. And I was like, holy cow, man. That's not a good use of your resources. If you got a $16 an hour job and it ain't work from home, you might want to find one a little bit closer to you. But
hopefully,
there you go.
Come tax season, you can write some of that off.
Can you? Maybe the mileage? Well, it depends on what the job is, I guess. That's
drug
why all
dealer,
this stuff
never
is
mind.
tough. No, then you can't write it off. That sucks. That's tough. Another thing I saw yesterday, one of the most brazen things I've seen in a while, some guy was on a doorbell camera thing, and I think this might have been real for the first time in a while, and he showed up at his drug dealer's place who had just shorted him, and he was out in the front yard complaining and screaming. He's like, I bought $50 worth of blow, and I absolutely got ripped off. Come out here and just causing a scene outside the house. There's another way to save a little bit of money if you're interested.
And the drug dealer posted it?
The drug dealer must have posted it.
Okay.
That nobody can see his address. You just see the guy on the street. He's got to fight back somehow. I don't know what's going on out there in the world. All right, let's go over to this. Here's Insecure Walrus. He wants to talk about Muhammad Khalil, who I believe is the student at Columbia or another university. Was he at Columbia? Damn it, man. Look up Mahmoud Khalil. We talked about him yesterday, and he's the one that had a green card, but the Trump administration was arresting him in air quotes and then trying to deport him because he's very anti-American, very anti-Israel, et cetera, et cetera. Insecure Walrus says this.
Sean, just wondering what your take on Mahmoud Khalil is. Everything I've seen about him, I don't agree with him. I'm not on his side. Mm-hmm. However, he seems like an American citizen who's being detained and possibly deported.
Yeah.
And something seems fishy about it.
Well,
just seems like they don't like his views, but just wondering what your take was on it.
You can't deport an American citizen that I know of. Like, once you've got the citizenship, you're here for better or worse.
They said he had a student visa and his
green
wife
card holder.
showed a green card, and they said that was being revoked.
Wait, hold on. His wife showed a green card, or he has a green card?
He has a
when
green
his
card.
wife provided documents proving he was a green card holder. I imagine he was in the cuffs already.
That's what we talked about yesterday. If he is a green card holder, it's literally the worst example you could get. If somebody was here on a student visa alone, and then they come to America and they're like, America's the worst, death to Western imperialism, may America fall, all you guys, well, kiss my ass, pound sand. Get out of here. Go somewhere else if you hate this country so much. You're over here on a visa. But once somebody gets the green card, you get the buy-in. You get the buy-in of the American system. So I am maybe one of the few people left who goes, what happens when things go the other way? If you could just take anybody who's a citizen and make them not a citizen anymore because they don't agree with you, I don't dig that. I think that's a terrible idea. I think it's anti-free speech. I think this guy is a loser. I think his ideas are dumb. I think he's anti-American and all of those things. But that's our system. Freedom of speech is an important thing, even for the speech that you absolutely disagree with. I think it's not right, and it should be illegal to deport that guy, as bad as he is. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? This weekend, stories that are going to make us feel super old. A boy band member's son was auditioned for American Idol. George R.R. Martin is opening up a bar, and based on his book release timeline, our grandkids are going to love this place. Plus, at first, you can't afford it. Just wait until it's in the public domain and make it a horror film. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast for our Wednesday. And today is going to be such a beautiful day across Central Florida. Warm temperatures, sunshine, a high of around 80 degrees today in Orlando. Temperatures will continue to warm through the rest of this week and into the weekend. Highs in the mid-80s by Friday, upper 80s through the weekend before our next cold front arrives as we head to Sunday night and Monday, bringing with it some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
At Galen College of Nursing, our now approach to nursing education means treating students as humans. We give you the care you're taught to give your patients, and we prepare you to practice with immersive experiences and on-demand resources to help you fulfill the potential you always had. Regardless of who you are, if you pursue nursing education at Galen, we'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had...
Folks, School Mike is crackly today. It's just the way it's going to be until School Mike gets rebooted. Otherwise, if I rebooted it now, then OBS would crash the stream, and we'd have to start a brand new stream. So we're not doing that. You get crackly Mike today. And I need somebody for Fritz on the street. If somebody wants me to represent them, it's not a guaranteed win, but I'll give it my all. I'll put everything in that I can on the crackly School Mike today. Coming back in 90 seconds. 90 seconds.
Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
The iHeart Podcast Award goes to
our 2025 iHeart Podcast Award winners have been announced.
Discover the must-listen podcasts that are setting trends and shaping culture, including 2025 Podcast of the Year winner, Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
That's why we do it, is to keep you guys laughing and hopefully inform you with our half-informed takes.
Comedy, crime, news, science, tech, and much more.
Listen to all of the winners now when you search Podcast Awards on the free iHeart app.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
World of entertainment and beyond. That's right. We'll dive into Hollywood, all the good, the bad, and the ugly in just moments here on the show. Real quick before we get to the next episode, I was doing a little digging and a little research, reading a couple of things on the chat feed, and let's go to TNJAI, just add a little bit of extra details about this person who was a student who was a protester, and they said he has a green card, but they cuffed his ass and brought him to some facility, and even though he has a green card, they're trying to deport him. So I was asking during the break, can you deport somebody in the United States who has a green card? And you can actually, I guess. I guess there are some reasons, even though they're a permanent resident.
But it's on the government to bear the burden of proof that they're deportable. Like they have to commit a big crime or something.
A person with a green card, lawful permanent resident, can be deported under certain circumstances, such as committing certain crimes, failing to comply with immigration laws, or being involved in activities that threaten national security.
So they'd probably have to argue that last one is what they would be trying to do. And then that's sort of an odd precedent to set, I think. But
they're going to make an example of them.
Well,
I think so.
The very first thing would be, at face value, even if they couldn't deport him, charge him with a crime. You know, you just detained him because you didn't like the things he had to say. That's a bad, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I think so too, but it's interesting that they've chosen to do this to try to maybe chill everybody else out, right? Like that's the intention there, to chill
How's
speech.
that going?
I don't know. Maybe people start shutting up on campuses and get scared that they too might get deported, or maybe people go, we're going to rage. I honestly don't know how. I know there's been some protests on this, and it's in court, which is where it should be. It's in court, and they'll sort this out and see what's legal, what's not, what the government can and can't do. Worth keeping an eye on, though, just as a story overall, obviously. So we'll do that. Right now, we'll do this. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I am a genie, and I'm giving you 3 wishes. Anything is on the table.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's, of course, the website that you can get the party started. And what party? Refinancing your beautiful home. Maybe buying your first dream home. Debt consolidation. Reverse mortgages. Reverse mortgages. Mortgages reverse. And everything in between. He is the man, the legend. There's no myth. He's got the facts and he's looking out for you. Start the process by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 56 years ago, 1969.
Uh-oh.
One of the guys from this band. Beatles. The Beatles is right, and Paul McCartney married Linda Eastman.
Hey, Fritz.
Oh, Fritz Eastman.
Hey.
There he is. Hey, Fritz.
He was hiding in the corner. But he knows his Beatles, and he knows on this day that Paul married Linda in Westminster, London. Unfortunately, no other Beatles attended.
No.
Mostly because, well...
They hated her.
No, George Harrison and his wife, Patty Boyd, got arrested at the airport because they had something called a drug raid at their home.
Ooh.
Yeah, big time. And I think they found some weed. And they said, no wedding for you, not Ringo, Georgie.
Poor Ringo.
And I don't know why. Was John Lennon already dead by then?
No.
No, I don't think
He
so.
died in 1980.
Oh. So I guess they all hated Paul. So there you have it. Happy anniversary, unless they're not together anymore.
That's kind of not normal, but I've heard of bands not doing that because then people are like, "Oh, it's the Beatles. Let's talk
do the
Beatles,
song.
Beatles."
Yeah.
No.
I saw some headline that who was it? Who's in Footloose?
Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon. Just like, I don't know, for some reason, shared the story that if he goes to weddings, he walks up to the DJ and demands that that no one fills the request for Footloose because he says everyone surrounds him and starts clapping and wants him to do the song.
You know why, though? Because that would be cool if that
It would be
happened.
cool, but it kind of takes away from I would say if the bride and groom request it, maybe the three of them could do a dance together. That'd be fun.
Or
Yeah, then he can shut up.
If the DJ is cool, you'd be like, listen, Kevin, I'm going to play Footloose in 3 minutes, so you need to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Like, hang out somewhere else. Go take a
But
take a
everyone's
walk.
like, where's Kevin? Stop it until he's back out from pooping. Ready to feel old?
Yeah. Backstreet Boys. Damn
It's
it.
super old because Brian Luttrell's son is making his own path in the music industry. His own path. There's no way that they highlighted the fact that he was a Backstreet Boys son when he auditioned for American Idol.
Does it say Brian Luttrell's son in the article?
It sure does.
Well, then, there you go.
His name is Bailey Luttrell. He's 22 years old, and he made his dad proud with his recent American Idol audition. I sent you a clip on the chat there.
All right.
But it was so phony, because as soon as he's like, hey, I'm Bailey, I'm 20-something years old, and who was it, Carrie Underwood's like, you look so familiar to me.
He does look like his dad.
That's him as a kid.
Oh, here he is.
You must forgive me. I didn't have your dad's posters in my room.
They made the whole thing about his dad being... Fritz solved this crime in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He flipped out his little detective notebook and he said, what does it say? Okay.
So I guess he used to open up for the band as a kid and got to witness his father's career. He told producers that he was wanting to give up. It was between giving up and not giving up yet, which is such a pickle. But I guess he didn't give up, and now he's going to Hollywood, baby.
I make that choice every day. I go, should I give up or not give up?
Yeah. He said something else real quick. Some people have given up if the category is having children, and I speak of Kid Rock. Kid Rock is single now, everybody.
Daddy Rock?
Excuse me?
No Kid Rock.
I mean, if he had a kid, he would be a dad.
Yeah, he would be Dad Rock.
Dad Rock.
Dad Rock.
And now he's snipped Rock because he went on Bill Maher to say
I wouldn't call that a snipped rock.
Snipped. Can
Yeah,
I say
there
it?
you go.
It's a part of the news story.
Nope.
He split up with his longtime fiance and revealed that he immediately celebrated by getting a vasectomy. He was on his podcast and said when he got the vasectomy, he had a little bit of a weird moment. He was contemplating some things.
Yeah.
Because I guess right before the surgery, he got fondled beforehand. And he said fondled, but they had to wash his genitals before the procedure.
That's not fondled.
That's pretty standard.
Correct. Said he couldn't see the guy, but he could only feel it.
Maybe it would have been nice of Kid Rock to wash his own genitals before he shows up for his vasectomy.
God forbid.
Like,
You
all
sound
right.
hot.
Yeah, we asked you to shave the surgery area, but that's fine.
Too early. I'm so sorry. So he's
I was
now,
like, did you just fall down a hole? What happened there?
he's catching some heat, though, because he said when he was lying there, feeling the man's hands on his genitals as they washed,
Been there.
he said, if I get aroused right now, am I gay?
Wait, is this to say that Kid Rock is not sure if he's gay or not?
He's like, it feels good. I know it's a man's hands, but I can't see his face. I don't know.
This is the thing that always confuses me when people say stuff like this. I'm like, are you wavering? Like, has there been a lot of internal discussion?
Yeah, so Bill rolled his eyes at the comment, but he laughed a few seconds later when Kid said the surgeon's name was Dr. Johnson. Hardy.
Going back down the hole.
Late midlife life is a bit swell. Longtime fiance said farewell.
Nice.
Obvious next step is a vasectomy. But then to my dismay, the day of surgery, realized the dude was cleaning my genitals.
Uh-oh.
So does that make me gay? My junk goes 90 degrees. No homo, but will there be a post-op washeroo?
Washeroo, huh? What if we all agreed collectively to tell Kid Rock, no, it does mean that you're gay? And
that would be...
But say the F word for gays.
You'd be like, my God, fine, I've got to end this engagement now. Jesus.
Oh, it's already ended. And no kids, so he can go have unprotected sex with anyone he wants.
He doesn't have any kids at all? None through his whole life?
Oh, that I do not know. I was just talking about future kids.
Oh, okay.
But then again, you can't get pregnant if you're banging a dude and you're a dude.
True.
At least not now.
Until they make that pill.
Thank you.
He's got 2 kids. Robert James Ritchie Jr., who was raised by Kid Rock as a single parent, and another child as well.
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
An actress
Kid
from this film franchise?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is right.
Just saw one of these recently.
I'm sorry?
I just saw one of the Harry Potter movies recently, so
I
I got
thought
it.
you were referring to my story coming up.
No, I was kind of telling you, what was the oh, never mind, forget it. Go ahead.
You're
go
a
ahead.
Harry Potter guy now.
No, I was gonna Slumdog Millionaire. Is that what it is? Is that the one where the kid gets all the questions right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I was telling you how I got that right. Was I just recently watched one?
Which one?
I watched Harry Potter number 1, I believe. I think.
What'd you think?
I thought it was the same way I think every single time I watch it, which is too slow, a little bit boring, and just okay, but an interesting universe.
Favorite one is, for some reason, Harry Potter's hair is just massive the entire time. I think it was Prisoner of Azkaban. But anyways, we're moving on from the movies, and now this actress from Harry Potter has joined OnlyFans in order to rouse people by brushing her hair.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Where's my porn music? Damn it.
Well,
I'm not horny. More like expecto bonum.
I'm sorry, last time I helped you out during your moment of failure.
Jessie Cave is her name, and she played Lavender Brown.
I don't remember.
That is a terrible name.
She was in the Potter flicks, but now flicking something else.
Take it up with J.K. Rowling, friends.
She's the girl who was hopelessly in love with Ron Weasley and Harry. Okay, we can lower that down. Thank you so much. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
You wouldn't have to worry about any of these things if you had your own porn music bed ready to go.
My bad. She has beautiful, straight, long blonde hair, and I guess people are into that. She posted a video on Instagram where she was brushing her hair, talking to a guy who's off camera who doesn't really seem to understand what she's up to. At the end of the clip, he asks, any feet or bums and anything like that? And she tells him no. And then she says, or he says, I think you should get your bum out. And,
so she just combs her hair on OnlyFans.
That's it?
That's it.
That seems easy to do.
I want to run it down and say, like, nobody's ever going to pay for that, but I just do not do that anymore. There's too many people with too many particular fetishes that there has to be a lot of people who are interested in that. There's a lot of people on the planet.
And that seems easier than taking your bum out.
Yeah, I'm all for people feeling safe online, but that feels a little too safe.
She also said it's to get out of debt, so I guess didn't really negotiate a whole lot of Harry Potter residue.
It was Half-Blood Prince. If it was full blood, she would be fine for life.
There you go. Nice.
The owner of a London comedy club announced that he is banning audience members.
Yeah.
But particular audience members.
Oh, okay.
Not for
bad business idea.
It's like, gotta be real hard to book talent.
Eric Cartman's water park or theme park.
He's banning audience members with Botox injections.
What?
Okay.
Oh, because they're not emoting very well, I guess. When
Is he in the U.S. or U.K., you said?
The U.K.
Okay, it's maybe a little easier there. In the U.S., impossible.
Yeah. But if you're getting a lot of Botox and you can't move your face, why are you going to a comedy show? It must hurt to not be able to laugh.
I think most people, here's my guess, my gut tells me this. Most people that actually get Botox walk by you every day and you don't even notice.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you can actually look and go, well, I think we look at the people
get fillers.
Fillers, I can tell.
That's different.
And the thing, I'm sure you've seen this, Sabrina, is when people get too much fillers in the lips, and then when time goes by, it kind of like it goes down. I think you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That one I can notice a lot.
Well, the lip fillers are also more plump for the first day or two.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark Rothman, owner of Top Secret Comedy Club, not so secret anymore, says the business two venues have decided not to allow patrons with Botox injections to be in the audience for comedy shows. He's had numerous complaints from performers after unresponsive faces in the crowd. I mean, call me crazy. Is it because your jokes sucked? But
it could be.
Now it's going to be a little weird if people show up to go to the comedy show and then it's up to the security guard to determine.
What if you just have a really great face and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, Rothman
back up there, sir.
Said audience members will be submitted to an expression check at the front door.
Oh, get out of here.
To ensure they're able to move before being admitted. So that should work out very well. On the tip. We have Survivor on CBS, Celebrity Jeopardy, The Floor on Fox, the premiere of Everybody's Live with John Mulaney, Temptation Island, series premiere on Netflix, and you can catch Chet Hanks on Fallon. Follow your dreams on me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber, and most importantly, stay with me, Margaret.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Hang on. What percentage of American women get Botox? What do we think? 15? 10? Maybe 10%? I don't know what number's high in this field.
As of recent estimates, about 20% of American women have reported receiving Botox injections at some point.
Yeah, come on,
this
man.
This number can vary depending on the specific demographic and survey. Would you like to know more about Botox?
Yes.
Or its
No, God, no, please.
No, are there any discounts?
Yeah, please send that through.
Give me the botulism risk.
You can get like Groupon Botox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Botox parties.
I'm saying I'm not above it. I would not be above doing Botox if it benefited me and I look like
do it this year.
You used
young.
to be so anti-Botox.
Well, it was a changed
All
man.
I said is it's botulinum toxin that you're injecting into your head.
Yeah, you were real pretentious whenever you said it.
You cannot come at me from that angle, Mr. King, actually, okay? All right, we're against it here. Fritz on the Street is coming up next, friends. We'll argue about this later. we'll move this argument down the line.
Yeah.
But it's getting real important real
Pencil it
soon.
in for later.
Fritz on the Street. Will we represent you? Now's your time to get our attention over on chat. And if we pick you and you win with us, you get yourself the Fritz on the Street Hitman Magnet. The only way you can get your hands on this very rare magnet is by winning. Will we pick you for Fritz on the Street? We'll find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to Universal Studios Orlando all week on the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1.
Two separate wrecks on the 408, one eastbound just before 417 and one close to I-4. We've got a vehicle on fire in Orange County at Goldenrod Road, Highway 551, just north of Hoffner, and an accident in Sanford on Highway 46, just east of I-4. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Get the meal deal you really want. Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown for just $5. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so no matter where you live, we're just a short drive away. And 3 locations means 3 times the cars. We've got the exact Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to roll. And you can drive home your new Kia today with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down, $13.88 per 1,000 borrowed for 72 months at 0% APR financing. Plus tax title license, $8.99 dealer, and $249.50 dump fee. Expires 4/5/25.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
The math ain't mathin'. RC Hill here. It's tax season and I'm freaking out. My accountant says I have too many 2024s and they must go. So right now, you could drive for just $10 down. So save your refund, because I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. And I'll even help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. So visit me to drive for just $10 down and save up to $10,000 on the award-winning 2024 Outlander Top Safety Pick 7-passenger SUV, or the Mirage, voted best priced new car in America, starting at only $15,900 with rates as low as 0%. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars to choose from. But hurry, this deal's done once my accountant says I'm in the clear. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $10 down, require bank approval. Example, 2.9 APR for 60 months, $20 per month for $1,000 finance. Offer ends March 31st.
Hey, this is Russ Rollins. You know, Solar Source, they just keep making my life better. Pool heated, taken care of. Battery backup for power outages, that is all covered thanks to Solar Source. And now they're going to install a solar electric system to wipe out my power bill. They're awesome to work with, and it's a great company. Customer service is really awesome with Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. Call Solar Source today. The future is solar powered.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey. A journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable, it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Whether it's in the Kia Sportage with available multi-terrain all-wheel drive, the powerful K5 with available 290 horsepower, the bold, elevated Kia Telluride, or the adventure-ready Sorento with 3-row seating. Each recommended by Consumer Reports. Your journey starts here and ends, well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. The 2024 K5 and Telluride and 2025 Sorento and Sportage are Consumer Reports recommended models. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services. Visit kia.com/Consumer Reports to learn more. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Looking for top quality fencing in Florida? Fence Outlet has been the state's fencing expert for over 30 years. With 8 convenient locations, we offer a wide variety of styles and colors.
Folks, we're coming back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I got to pick somebody for Fritz on the street. Who will it be? Will I pick you? Maybe? Maybe not? I'm looking for a name right now. I need somebody for Fritz on the street. You can hear me. I know you can. You can absolutely hear me.
Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
When it comes to deciding what you ride, nobody's going to convince you that there's anything better than a Harley. Case closed. The judge and jury event is in session at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. So make your ruling and trade in and trade up to a new Harley. Right now, buy a new Harley and get NADA retail for your trade. Shop anytime at SpaceCoastHarley.com. Here come the judge. Make your decision at Space Coast Harley-Davidson.
Eustace Roofing, with over 65 years of experience in Central Florida, provides a VIP experience with an on-site crew lead, project manager, and expert team for every home. No wonder they won National Roofing Company of the Year. Visit EustaceRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Need more animals, more gators, and more fun? Y'all need Gatorland.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
man, all of radio. Still tinkering with the SCO mic. It's not perfect to be able to chat with everybody in between commercial breaks. That's one reason why.
Chad, I'm going to feel so bad for you guys when he gets tired of this.
No, I'm never going to get tired.
He's going to get tired of this. This new toy.
All I do is I go, what's coming up next? I get everything arranged, and then I could go scream at people.
Talk to his friends.
On chat. I could
you
go
screaming at people?
If I need to, I'll scream it up. And it's another reason why you can check us out over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie so you can hear a little bit more. So there's that. Also, if you ordered a shirt from our last design drop, thank you so much. All of them are in the mail. Every single one of them is on the way to you right now. You will get them as soon as today. Some of you probably got them right now. Some of you may get them later today. Everyone will get them before this week is over. If you have any problems, email tips or sales at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Time for Fritz on the Street. Time. And that means that we pick our players here. And I've decided to go off of this email. It says, hey, Sean, can you pick me for Fritz on the Street today? It's not my birthday or anniversary or anything. Thanks, Matt in Port St. Lucie.
Appreciate the honesty.
You got it. Matt from PSL is my pick. What about you, Sabrina?
I'm going to go with Melissa Lamb.
Right. Melissa, what was the last part of that? Melissa Lamb.
Lamb.
She did a lamb sound effect.
I thought that was still part of the name. I thought you were still like continuing
Her
on.
name is Lamba.
Miss Melissa Lamba. And what about you, C-Lane? What do you think?
I picked Samantha, who emailed you from Kentucky.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Samantha.
birthday. Despite the person on the texting service that said, C-Lane, F that bitch, pick me.
Oh, that's rude.
Intense.
How could you do that?
You just repeated it.
The biggest question
But
of
I
the
didn't
moment
pick him.
is this one. Fritz, are you ready to go?
I believe so, yes.
I feel confident in him. I always do. Today's no different. Let's do Fritz on the streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
Hi, Fritz.
Hi. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 1-800-CALL-MO. That number, 1-800-CALL-MO. In first place with 77 points on Fritz on the Street, that would be Miss Sabrina Ambra.
Yay!
In second place with 63 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane.
Uh-huh.
And in third place with 58 points, we have Mr. Sean Wasson.
Yeah.
So 77, 63, and 58. Fritz on the Street, 8 questions, 4 current event, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. I go to the bar, so you don't have to, and then you guys have to guess how many out of 8 got it right.
What was the crowd like last night at Fritz's Funhouse?
Thank you for asking. We had 13 teams.
Ooh, that's a good amount. Good amount.
Damn.
Yeah, it was packed. And
Party
it was-
people?
Yes, and it was one of the highest scoring games we've had, and we also had 2 listeners from West Palm Beach drive up.
Oh, bum,
Nice.
bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum.
So thank you very much to them. So, yeah, Fritz's Funhouse every Tuesday at Cavo's Bar and Kitchen. Come on out. Participate. Is everyone in?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Without further ado, question number 1. Who became leader of the Labor Party?
Sean.
Oh, God. I forgot his name. Oh. The new Canadian Prime Minister. Stephen Smith.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Full question. Who became leader of the Labor Party in Canada before being sworn in as the new Prime Minister? I don't believe he is yet, but he will be.
Does first name count?
No.
Okay. Sabrina. Doug.
That is incorrect. You went for it anyway.
Yeah.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Ford.
That would be Mark Carney.
Sorry, Mom.
Damn it.
Kind of like the inventor of the radio, huh, C-Lane?
That's Marconi.
Sabrina, you are in first place. We will start with you. Out
Plays
of
the
8,
mamba.
8 answers, how many do you think said Mark Carney?
3.
3.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
Yeah, he's a boring banker guy. Don't know a lot about him beyond that, so I think that people are going to be clueless on this one. So I'll say 1 as well.
And 1 for Sean. Quick trivia about him. He's the first Prime Minister to be born in a territory.
Oh. Fun fact.
Okay.
Question number 1 with answers of 1 and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows they're Canadian. Who became the leader of the Labour Party in Canada before being sworn in as the new Prime Minister?
Pass, sorry. I'm going to go with Justin Trudeau.
I have no idea.
Mark Carney. Mark Carney? Brian Boycott.
Mark Carney.
Oh, come on.
Who that was. That would be 3. So Sabrina is picking up 2 points, getting that one right on the money.
Sure does nail a lot of those right on the money.
And now
sure
That's
does.
so convenient for you to say.
Sure does really hit a lot of those right on the
Yes, I'm
money.
really smart and good at this game.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys done?
Being smart has nothing to do with that.
You got guessing a number?
Moving on now to question 2.
Uh-huh.
Question 2. Actually, you know what? This is not in the correct order, so I got to do this.
Question 7.
Yep. Question 2. What religious day follows Halloween? C-Lane.
Sabrina.
All Saints Day.
That is correct.
Damn.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said All Saints Day?
Let's go 5.
5.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 2. With answers of 4, 5, and 7. Let's see who knows their All Saints Day. What religious day follows Halloween?
The Day of the Dead.
All Souls Day. All Saints Day.
No, All Saints Day. All Saints Day?
All Halloween. All Saints Day.
All Saints Day.
All Saints Day.
That would be 6. So, C-Lane is picking up 1 point with his guess of 5, and Sabrina is picking up 1 point with your guess of 7.
Souls Day didn't count, huh?
No, that's actually November 2nd.
Oh.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay.
I had to make sure I was getting everything right. Moving on now to question 3. Arrested on an international criminal... C-Lane.
Khalil.
That is incorrect. Arrested... Sean.
Duterte?
That is incorrect. Arrested on an international criminal court warrant, 79-year-old Rodrigo Duterte was the former president of which country?
Damn it, I don't...
So you got it right, but not the question.
Oh, man.
I ain't telling nobody nothing.
Sabrina has the floor.
What's the guy's name again?
Rodrigo Duterte.
El Salvador.
That would be the Philippines. C-Lane, you got question 2 right. We will start with you, buddy. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the Philippines?
Let's go 3.
3.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 3 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. Who knows they're criminals? Arrested on an international criminal court warrant, 79-year-old Rodrigo Duterte was the former president of which country?
The Philippines.
Philippines?
Philippines.
I know the name. Just thinking of the country.
Say like Philippines.
Venezuela. Philippines. I have to pass on that one, too.
That would be 5. So, Sean, with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point. We're now moving into question 4. That's halfway here on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I will tell you so far who is leading on the day. And question 4 goes a little bit like this. Which actor has had roles in films such as Wall Street, The Game, and Falling Down?
Sean. Oh, I can picture his face. I just watched lots of movies with him in it. He's the angry guy in Falling Down. He's the guy.
He is.
He's the guy. Oh, what is that guy's name?
Take your time.
I can't remember it.
Sabrina?
Pass. Son of a bitch.
Martin Sheen.
That is incorrect.
God damn it. That's who I thought it was, though. No, it's not who I thought it was. No, it's not the guy from Falling Down.
C-Lane has the floor.
C-Lane. Lewis Black.
That would be Michael
Douglas.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
C-Lane, we will start with you. You got question 2 right out of 8 answers. How many do you think said Michael Douglas?
Probably 4.
4.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 4, 5, and 6. Who knows? They're Mikey Dougie. Which actor has had roles in films such as Wall Street, The Game, and Falling Down?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas? Michael Douglas. Is that Michael Douglas? Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Damn!
Michael Douglas.
That would be 8.
Wow.
And 8 out of 8, so no points awarded there.
Womp womp.
We have 4 questions remaining with 4 questions down. In first place with 3 points, that would be Sabrina/Melissa Lamb.
Okay.
In second place with 2 points, we have C-Lane/Samantha. And in third place with 1 point, we have Sean/Matt and PSL.
I got 1 point?
Strong game.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
3, 2, and 1. It's anyone's
All right.
game, baby.
Yep.
Here we go.
Moving on now to question 5. Recently, a fuel tanker and a cargo ship collided off the coast of which European country?
Sabrina.
Spain. That is incorrect.
Okay.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Great Britain.
That is correct, yeah.
Wow. Oh, my God.
UK, England, I would take all of those. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said England?
4.
4.
6.
6 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 5. With answers of 4, 5, and 6. Who knows of their major nautical marine disasters? Recently, a fuel tanker and a cargo ship collided off the coast of which European country?
United Kingdom. Russia? I don't know. France. England?
Is that Norway?
France.
Spain?
Luxembourg's up there. That's an odd one. Luxembourg.
That would be 2.
Yikes.
So no points awarded on that one. We're now moving on to question 6. Question 6 is about a Disney movie.
Oh, boy.
Not everyone's strong suit, including my own. That's why I asked it.
Okay.
Question 6. Which Disney princess has a Scottish accent?
Sabrina. It's the girl from Brave, and her name is... Ah, damn it!
It's an odd princess name.
I know. I just know what she looks like. I know the movie she's in. So I'll call her Brava.
That is incorrect.
I know.
Which Disney princess has a Scottish accent?
Sean. I do think she might be from Brave. I don't know anything about that besides I think there was a bear in it. And her name, Sarah.
That is incorrect.
C-Lane. Mary.
Oh, you're close. Marita.
Oh, damn it.
Marita. C-Lane, I think I'm pronouncing that right. C-Lane, you got question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think
C-Lane,
said?
that's how it's always been.
Solani.
Christopher. Out of 8, how many do you think said Marita?
4.
3.
3 for Sean.
3.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 3 and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone is picking up 2 points. They know their Brave princess. Which Disney princess has a Scottish accent?
Merida. I know it's the princess from Brave, but I don't know her name.
Oh, is it Tangled? Is it Rapunzel?
Merida?
Marita.
I don't know. Pass.
Merida.
I don't have nothing. Sorry, buddy.
That would be 4. So C-Lane is hitting a 3-pointer, well, 2-pointer on that one, and almost got 3 points, though. And picking up 2 points on that one. 2 questions remaining. Question 7 goes like this.
Wait, did we get points?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And then 1 point each.
I got a point? Okay.
Sabrina and Sean, nicely done.
I'll tell you, I just doubled my score.
You
All
just
right.
doubled it, baby.
Good for you.
Big day.
Question 7. On Friday, which artist released their 6th studio album, Mayhem?
Sean. Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is correct. Sean, have you heard it yet?
I've only heard one song.
Universal critical acclaim.
Really?
Yeah?
Yep. It's her highest rated album that she's ever put out, 83 Metacritic score.
The stuff she did on SNL was fine.
Sean, that song Killa is so good. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Lady Gaga?
She's pretty big. People know about this stuff. I'm saying we got 4 Lady Gagas.
4.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for C-Lane. Question 7 with answers of 4, 5, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Stephanie Germanati's? On Friday, which artist released their 6th studio album, Mayhem?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
And Kanye West.
Pass.
I'm going to pass on that one.
I don't know.
Lady Gaga.
It was Lady Gaga.
That would be 4. So
You said her, and somebody still guessed Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Well, I think I said there, but maybe I
did
said
you?
her. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Sean, you are picking up a 3-pointer on that one, and C-Lane, with your guess of 5, picking up 1 point. We have 1 question remaining. But before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 6 points, that would be C-Lane/Samantha.
Yeah.
And second place with 5 points, we have Sean/Matt in PSL.
Yeah.
And in third place with 4 points, we have Sabrina/Melissa Lamb. So it's 6, 5, and 4. It was 3, 2, 1. Now it's 6, 5, 4. Question 8. What is the capital of Germany? C-Lane.
Capital of Germany is Berlin.
That is correct.
Yeah.
C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Berlin?
8.
8.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 8 with answers of 5, 7, and 8. Could this do it? Could this give someone the win?
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone is picking up 2 points. Who could it be? What is the capital of Germany?
Berlin?
Munich?
Berlin.
Berlin.
Berlin?
Switch it up. I'm going to say Munich.
Isn't it just Berlin? Hamburg?
That would be 5. So Sean is picking up 2 points.
What? that.
And we have a tie for first place with 7 points each. Congratulations to C-Lane/Samantha. Happy birthday. And Sean/Matt and PSL, 7 points each. In third place with 4 points, Sabrina/Melissa Lamb. And that means as follows in first place. And still leading on Fritz on the Street with 81 points, Miss Sabrina Ambra. In second place with 70 points, C-Lane. And in third place with 65 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz! That's an ugly scoreboard for me. That's not a great scoreboard.
But you know what, Sean? I'm proud of you because driving in, you said that you were going to try to win today, and you did. So there you go.
I'm here to try. Every day I'm here to try and put it all out there on the line.
Me too.
See if segment by segment we can squeeze out some winners. And sometimes we do. And that's what keeps people coming back for more. And I want those people who just won, and that would be Matt in Port St. Lucie and also Samantha from Kentucky, I believe. Those are the two winners. If you want to pick up your Fritz on the Street Hitman Magnet, email tips@thenewsjunkie.com with your name and address, and we'll confirm, and then we'll get you all set up. When we come back, I had a moment last night where there was something going on in a movie, and Courtney reacted to it, and mind blown, like it exploded. And I said, am I disgusting? I just potentially learned possibly that I'm disgusting, something I've been doing my whole entire life, and she was
disgusting.
She was looking, kind of side-eyeing me like, wait, what?
That's not good.
And I said, I don't know what to do with this information. We'll talk about this. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the Jim Colbert Show, Ray from Johnny's House joins us, and we'll talk to Scott Maxwell, Ross Padgett, Debbie Hensel from Back to Nature Wildlife Rescue, and Keith DiNatale with the Traveling Vietnam Wall exhibit. Plus, Universal tickets up for grabs. That's all today on the Jim Colbert Show.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
We still have a vehicle fire being worked on in Orange County on Goldenrod Road. That's Highway 551, just north of Hoffner Avenue. But they have cleared just about everything on the 408 except for the wreck that's near I-4. We've got an incident cleared on Judge Road at Conway Road South and at Hiawassee Road at Silver Star Road. That's State Route 538. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by ePass and SunPass. Attention, Florida drivers. If you get a text claiming you have an outstanding toll payment, it could be part of a nationwide scam attempt. To protect yourself from fraud, ePass and SunPass urge you not to click on any link sent via text. Stop. Think. Don't click that link.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know, one of the things that sets us apart from other Kia dealers is how much we can offer for your trade. When you bring us your car, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it, ensuring you get the best possible offer, as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. So come see how much your trade is worth today, because we want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, visit greenwaykias.com.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinanced.
The math ain't mathin'. RC Hill here. It's tax season and I'm freaking out. My accountant says I have too many 2024s and they must go. So right now, you could drive for just $10 down. So save your refund, because I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. And I'll even help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. So visit me to drive for just $10 down and save up to $10,000 on the award-winning 2024 Outlander their top safety pick 7-passenger SUV. Or the Mirage, voted best priced new car in America, starting at only $15,900 with rates as low as 0%. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars to choose from. But hurry, this deal's done once my accountant says I'm in the clear. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $10 down, require bank approval. Example, 2.9 APR for 60 months. $20 per month for $1,000 finance. Offer ends March 31st.
Ready to give up the bottle? Drinking too much and ready for a change? Dr. Robert Malpas with CNS Healthcare in Orlando is seeking adults ages 18 to 65 who regularly consume large amounts of alcohol to take part in a medication research study. If you're ready to make a change, call CNS Healthcare at 407-425-5100 today to learn more about this research study for those who desire to drink less. Or go to cnshealthcare.com to schedule a free consultation.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand academic resources you need to help make your nursing education journey a success. We'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure, but your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Alt 2K, Indie Radio, and Smells Like the 90s.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
We're always happy to have you on board. And let's say you miss a little bit of the show. That's fine. You get distracted. You want to catch up. You missed an hour here or there. You missed Fritz on the street. God forbid. You catch up, okay? No. I can't allow that normally, but you can catch up by getting the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll have you know, C-Lane hits me up during the break, and he says in my headphones, what? You're not going to ask Fritz if he's going to hang out with us for the rest of the show? And I go, oh, my God, I do. I have this whole thing, this whole rigmarole I do, and every time I go, Fritz, will you please hang out with us? And then I just took it for granted and forgot about it. But I couldn't be happier to see that Fritz is still with us.
Yeah, and I actually walked in there and I talked to C-Lane for, probably 7 minutes. I was like, do you think, is it okay if I stay? And he's like, I don't know, man. He didn't ask you. I was like, should I text him? He's like, no, I wouldn't bother him right now. He's doing a show. I'm like, all right. Well.
He really made that whole dismount about himself and how gross he is. You might want to.
I was preparing for the next segment and I totally forgot about it. And then I thought, what if Fritz just put his stuff down and said, well,
Guess I'm
My
out.
services here are no longer required.
Guess I'm not needed. See ya.
I was just telling Courtney the other day how I enjoy on Wednesdays where we have Fritz time. As much as we can get. I'd take a whole lot more of it if they've let us around here. Just a note to the suits out there.
Yeah.
But we watched a movie last night. Courtney's still on this kick where we're watching every successful 90s movie that ever existed. We've watched Fatal Attraction was one of the ones we rewatched this week.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
We've gone down the rabbit hole. Single white female, every 90s movie you could think of.
I saw that one for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and Indecent Proposal too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we've watched that yet, but I bet now that Courtney's hearing that'll go onto the list.
Oh, yeah, no, it goes straight from, Indiana Jones to Insomnia. No,
whoa, buddy, get off my network. Get off of my network, please. It's all 90s movies that you'll see in there. And last night I go, what do you got? And she goes, I found another movie. Get it? And she goes, it's called Copycat. I said, okay. And we'll watch Copycat. Copycat is with, what's her name? Son of a bitch. I'm going to get it wrong. And I don't want to. I think she's in the Alien movies, but I'm not sure.
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver is her name. Yes, thank you, Sabrina. That's exactly who it is. Copycat is one of these psychological thrillers from Sigourney Weaver and a whole crew of people.
What kind of name is Sigourney, by the way?
Awesome actress.
It's a pretty rare one, which makes you stand out quite a bit, actually. But the movie's about
Siggy.
Maybe the movie's about a serial killer who copies other serial killers in an effort to make serial killing an art form. All right, and Sigourney Weaver is the person at the center of it. She's sort of the Nev Campbell in the Scream universe of this Copycat movie. The thing that Courtney and I got talking about had nothing to do with the movie or the plot or the premise at all, but it kind of rocked my world because there's a scene where Sigourney Weaver is going in to use the ladies' room. She goes into the bathroom and she goes and opens the stall. And I go, what the hell? And when I take issue with what's going on, Courtney just looks at me like, you don't do that?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Sigourney Weaver starts taking out long pieces of toilet paper.
Right.
And she's like lifting up the seat and like wrapping and trapping the entirety of the seat, of the toilet seat, in toilet paper to like cover it up.
Yeah.
And I said, that's weird. And she goes, that's not weird. She goes, do you just raw dog the toilet seat? And I said, I thought everybody was doing that. I'm pretty sure that most people, like, if there's something on the toilet seat, I will absolutely clean it off. But
how old looking is this computer system she's using?
What? Oh, it is. Yeah, in the movie Copycat. Stop watching the movies. All right, it's not what we're talking about here.
Playing Chess Demon.
They're just putting your bare butt on a public toilet.
Yeah, I got a side eye from her that was like, you're telling me you just make ass to seat contact with the seat? And I said, well, hang on just a minute there, Miss High and Mighty. Are you telling me you physically touch the seat and pick it up and trap toilet paper and lay It's more gross to get it on your hands and the back of your legs, is it not?
It's usually not, pick up the toilet seat, but it is lay toilet paper if you do feel the need to place your bum on the seat itself.
Is that really doing much, though? Is that protecting much?
So I used to be a layer down of toilet paper. If there was not, if there wasn't those like seat covers,
am I the only one?
Those disposable. Hold on, I'm about to come to your defense.
All right.
Spoiler alert. If they didn't have those like thin disposable flushable seat covers, I was always taught to use the toilet paper and make like a barrier.
Yeah.
You just cover the
just
seat.
wiping it off just makes it disappear from your eyes, but you're just spreading whatever that was.
And then I just realized all that stuff, the public toilet paper, it's one.
What's it going to do?
It's not doing much for you. If I see anything, wipe it. Nah, I'm a raw dog guy. No.
Yeah.
Especially doing this job and having only so much time to be in the sitting position. I got to go through extra work to prepare myself. No.
I'm not some yokel, folks. Like, I know that this is a thing. I know that there are some toilets where it just goes around automatically. There's some toilets where there's a thing of toilet seat covers and you can lay them down. I am just telling you, I look to see if there's anything.
I don't even use those anymore.
I clean anything that's on there, and I don't touch that. Like use toilet paper to clean it, and not touch it, and then I sit down on what appears to be a clean toilet seat. I have never, ever in my life used those things. And the best I could tell in having at least a short conversation, hence the reason for bringing it up here, was that this is more a female thing where women lay down because
women hover.
Will sit more often. Well, but if they're going to sit, maybe if they're not peeing, if they're going to sit, they will put down the toilet paper. I think a larger percentage of women put down that barrier of toilet paper as opposed to just raw dog in it. I'd never tried it once in my life, and she looked at me like I was dropping down points, like in real time. Like, you just sit down on that, right down the line. So let us know. Is this something that you do? Am I the weird one here? I shouldn't open it that way.
I think maybe I put down some paper for the absolute worst public bathroom sit-down experience I ever had.
If you really have to, though, or you're like willing to.
Yeah, I feel like
sometimes if I go into a nasty bathroom, it kind of just stops the urge for a second there. I'm like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I've absolutely done that. I've done that at the movie theater where I've walked in and I actually had to go, and then I go, I will wait.
It's back in my intestines now.
The situation I was describing was one of dire circumstances. And so, because I normally would not have picked this bathroom. I would not have picked this place. And upon looking at the bathroom, would not have picked that bathroom. And wanted to get up and walk away, but my stomach was hurting. And so I think I may have put down some paper when I used the public restroom in Central Park, New York City. 0 out of 10. Worst public
gross.
bathroom poop ever.
Somebody says on YouTube, literally just wipe the seat down with soap and water, not that hard. What are you, a custodian? You have a cart with you? You're like, simply select the finest of cleaning materials?
In this situation, you're going over to the soap dispenser, squirting soap in your hand, carrying it over. Are you just rubbing the soap on with your raw hand? I mean, this is a lot. Wash it with soap and water.
Fritz, what's your protocol in these circumstances? Do you actually lay down something like toilet paper?
If it's really bad, then yes. Usually I will just go, you know what? I'm here to do my business. I'm going to make this quick.
Man. All right. Let's see what everybody else says. Arnott says you shouldn't say certain things on air. I can't be pushed to believe that the majority of men in particular walk into a stall and more often than not put down a barrier of bathroom toilet paper. No. I feel like I would hear that occurring or something. It wouldn't seem as foreign to me. Maybe I'm the weirdo.
Yeah, or like maybe I would have been taught that, but I wasn't taught that. It was just like,
nobody taught me that.
Go, there's a line of men behind you. I'm like, all right, I gotta go.
I was taught that, but I gave it up in my mid-20s. Said, this is not doing enough for me to make it worth continuing to do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, a lot of dispatches coming in. We'll see what you have to say when we come back. We got to do jury duty, and I tell you what, we'll take on that story out of Melbourne with a house in a neighborhood just fed up with squatters there. What are the details? This is an interesting one. You got to hear this, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings, the official partner of the NBA.
UCF will continue their Big 12 tournament run tonight when they take on 6-seeded Kansas. 14-seed Knights took down Utah in Tuesday's opener. Buccaneers wideout Chris Godwin told NFL Network he was close to leaving in free agency, but took less to stay in Tampa because it feels like home. And Tiger Woods won't be ready to play in next month's Masters after he underwent surgery to repair a ruptured Achilles. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day Lawn Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
You've heard me talk about the wonderful windows and doors at Renewal by Andersen and what a difference they can make for your home. But why just take my word for it when you can hear from Chelsea from Renewal by Andersen herself?
Thanks, Deborah. Renewal by Andersen's custom-built, energy-efficient Acclaim Impact windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. Plus, these windows and doors are made to reduce outside noise, creating more peaceful living environment.
So make sure you take advantage of Renewal by Andersen's
Hello, hello. Check. Wish it wasn't popping and crackling, but here we are, friends. Jury duty is coming up next. Let me check the time. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Oh, and an A-list star is now possibly coming out as a Republican. We'll see if you guess the name. We'll see if you can figure it out.
Groceries giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/Fresh from Florida.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
To everyone who loves the taste of tradition, come enjoy a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
I'm Genesis from Culver's in Claremont, Florida. And here, family fish fry is a part of who we are. We've been serving up fish fry favorites for over 40 years, all thanks to the Culver Family Roots and Wisconsin Supper Clubs, the place where the fish fry was perfected. If you're craving something crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside, you've got to try our hand-battered North Atlantic cod. It's perfectly seasoned and my personal favorite. Or, if you're in the mood for a little extra crunch, our lightly breaded butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot every time. Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by a team who cares, because we want every guest to feel like family. That's just how we do it in Wisconsin. Dive into delicious with all your fish fry favorites at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to delicious.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, That's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Spring break road trip? Let's go! But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassy's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
You're listening to Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station. They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Hang out in courtrooms here, there, and everywhere. And as I said earlier, in case you missed it, if you ordered a shirt in the later, all the people who continue to try to get it, and you're too late, but you'll have another shot. There's another merch shop coming up this summer. This summer, we got a new one for you. And we might drop a tank top again. People enjoyed those when we did that one time, and some new stuff, some new merch for a summer merch shop soon. Also, stay tuned because on Thursday, we'll have an announcement about a big event that we will be throwing this year that we want to get you involved in. I think it's going to be a hit. We'll see what you think of that. We're going to get into jury duty in just a moment here. Let's see what we got. I wanted to tell you about, has anybody picked up on this Stan Lee docu-series that they're working on?
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
I haven't watched the docu-series, but I have seen the controversial clip, or maybe one of them.
I can't tell
very
if
sad to watch.
Yeah. I thought I was done. That one?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of what I should make of this. And the allegation is that Stan Lee, who of course is of Marvel fame, Fritz, you might know more about this. Was he the guy who created Marvel, or
he created Spider-Man and a lot of really
the comics that are in Marvel.
Classic characters.
He's a huge figure in the comic industry. He's been in many of the Marvel movies, if not all of them, with his little cameos and stuff. And he's a big deal. And he's always seemed, just from me watching from the outside, like one of the nicest guys. Just seemed like a real sweet dude.
Like genuinely loved what he did.
Yeah, he loved his life. He enjoyed it himself, enjoyed his fans. And so that's why I was surprised to see this. It said Stan Lee, the final chapter. It's a new documentary detailing Stan Lee's final years being exploited by his former business partners. And there's a clip allegedly from this, and it shows Stan Lee at some sort of comic convention type event. And they're saying this was elder abuse. Like, he didn't want to be there, but they still wanted to milk him for money. Here it is.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, smiling for a photo. Now he's like kind of frowning.
Now, are you ready to give a riveting speech? You're going to change lives.
I thought I was finished with that. What do I have to do now?
He said, I thought I was finished with that. What do I have to do now?
Never over.
It's never over.
What? I said I thought I was finished, but apparently I'm not.
Look, once we're done, we'll get out of here.
Now, what do I do here?
Same thing, talk about you. We'll make some new questions.
But I don't have the...
Yes, you will. Yes.
Earplugs. So he clearly doesn't want to do this, and they're going,
tired.
No. Yeah, it's like, you look at him now, he's just kind of looking sad and dejected and looking down at the ground. They go, nope.
You get your money's worth out of me.
Every single penny.
Penny, like 5 pennies.
He said, you get your money's worth out of me. And the guy said,
assholes.
Every single penny. And whoever this crew is around him is just trying to juice him for whatever they can get out of old
like
Stan Lee.
5 pennies. Yeah, right.
And I don't know. It's kind of like Stan Lee is on a scooter, so he's debilitated at this point in his life. He's not able to just walk around and go wherever he needs to go. He clearly doesn't want to be there any longer, even though he's still being nice to fans and stuff.
Because there are certainly celebrities who would just say, no, I'm out of here. And because, I don't know why. Maybe because of his old age that he just went with whatever anyone told him.
Yeah.
It reminded me immediately of Frankie Valli and those
Get up on the stage.
horrendous clips. Some of them are, you can't help but just laugh at just the idea of it because it's ridiculous. But then you get sad because this man doesn't even have his microphone on and he has to go on the stage. Maybe it's something he loves, but it doesn't seem like he's all there. And then my mom went to Gladys Night over the weekend. And
no pips?
And she was like, it was kind of sad to watch.
This is
Where
happening
she's
right now.
forgetting her lyrics.
Yeah.
All she said was, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then you get to that moral dilemma that really has nothing to do with you, but it's like, are they really wanting to do this? Or is it time to not kind of force older people to keep performing just because it's a money
I don't know how to get those answers, just like I don't know how to get like the Wendy Williams or Britney Spears answers. Like how do we figure out like if Stan Lee still wanted to go work and meet the fans and do this stuff, and maybe in that moment he just wasn't super thrilled, or if Stan Lee wanted to be left alone and they were dragging him around and generating money out of him. Just like these other, like Sabrina saying, these musicians, there's a bunch of them right now. We have a whole bunch of aging musicians who are still out there on stage.
So he was asking about the ear things. Were those like in-ears that they were feeding him answers?
He had in-ear monitors on.
But for a guy like that old, if they were trying to feed him answers directly, that's kind of a lot to process at once. Unless he was
maybe just for the microphone people were using.
He might not have been able to hear things.
Yeah.
It might have been like an audio issue. It says a new documentary on Marvel Comics co-creator Stan Lee claims Stan Lee was mistreated and exploited by some of those in his inner circle during the last few years of his life. John Bolerjack, a comic book artist and former assistant to Lee during the last 4 years of his life, filmed the documentary and launched a Kickstarter campaign for Stan Lee, the final chapter. It says in his final years enduring mistreatment, manipulation, and betrayal, it was at the hands of a very few bad actors. It says the film includes interviews with other witnesses close to Lee and with comic book creators, and they talk about the shocking details of his final few years. I had no idea how badly he had been exploited, and that's a message people need to hear. Lee passed away in 2018 at 95. And I guess there was an investigation from The Hollywood Reporter shortly before his death when it was claimed he was the victim of elder abuse and had other individuals improperly influencing his family members and worked to gain control of his assets and money.
They were
That'd
also,
be something.
Yeah, they were also trying, I think, to get him for a sexual assault or sexual harassment case. I remember that coming out too.
Stan Lee?
Yeah.
Really?
They were saying like the nurses that were in charge of caring for him, they said that he made improper passes at them. But I don't know if that was settled or thrown out. I just remember hearing that, I think, on the Monsters.
And I'm not sure if they're going to put that in this documentary either. This might be solely about like those final years and whether or not they were taking advantage of him. Okay, we got jury duty to do and some very interesting stories to do in it. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll rip through those, including a story about a woman who worked at a funeral parlor, a funeral firm, whatever you'd like to call it. She did something that a lot of people are losing their mind over. But I wonder what a jury would think about this for some very particular reasons. We'll explain. We'll go to the details of this, and it's a wild one. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to Universal Studios Orlando all week on the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
One new crash, Clark Road at White Road, and 4 cleared. One was a vehicle fire at Highway 551 at Hoffner Avenue. Another one on the beach line just west of John Young Parkway. 4.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Locally recording for a test of the school mic. Locally recording for a test of the school mic to see if the audio is cut off or if it's working properly. Yada, yada, yada. Check, check.
First 100 customers at opening will get a reward card worth up to $100 and a chance to win a $500 gift card. Shoe Station's grand opening this Saturday.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue. But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. Aha! So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin. Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Make your money go further with on-the-spot savings at Rent-A-Center. Right now, get top furniture and appliance brands starting as low as $19.99 per week in rent without using credit. Only at Rent-A-Center. Rental purchase agreement. Pricing valid February 9th, 2025 to April 5th, 2025 on new merchandise at participating locations. You will not own merchandise until the total amount necessary to acquire ownership is paid in full or you exercise your early purchase option. Ownership is optional. See store for details.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me. My entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Did you know that every diamond at International Diamond Center is over 1 billion years old? That's before dinosaurs, even before some of the stars in the sky. These elusive stones were originally formed miles beneath the Earth's surface, each one born in a volcanic explosion, yet kept hidden for generations. It's a fact that for every 1-carat diamond at International Diamond Center, trained miners blasted through over 200 tons of rock, and skilled experts sifted through the rubble to find the highly sought-after rough diamonds. Then expert cutters spend untold hours shaping and polishing each stone, unlocking its beauty and fire and brilliance. From the hands of the craftsman direct to you, these magical stones are your piece of eternity. Precious, rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. and happy 50th.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Outstanding product when you want pain to swiftly decrease. I've been using various products from Blue Emu for years. Blue Emu's Maximum Arthritis Pain Relief Topical Cream is one that I really like because of how convenient it is to apply. A small amount goes a long way.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
We'll get it done here. If you're listening to this show and you even slightly like what you're hearing, if you're brand new, just give us a moment of your time. I think you'll fall in love soon. But if you're new and you like what you're hearing, make us a preset on your iHeartRadio app. If you're listening over there, it's easy to do. Just put us on the top there for your presets. You can add them with ease. And then if you want to put this station, that's perfect. And then maybe the podcast. Search for the News Junkie, and you'll see the podcast. Add those up to the top screen and the presets there on your iHeartRadio app. All right, let's get into this because we're a little bit behind. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Hello?
800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO. Or go to justcallmo.com. That's the website where you start your journey. He's going to help you out. He's going to listen to you. That's a very important thing that a lot of attorneys don't seem to do. And he's going to fight for you against those insurance companies. 800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. All right, a situation playing out in Melbourne. People are very, very mad about some squatters in a neighborhood in Melbourne. And this has allegedly been going on for over 4 years.
What happened to the guy that we talked to that gets rid of squatters?
They need that dude.
That's a great follow.
Pay him, I imagine.
4 years is a long-ass time. Neighbors say they've been fighting to get the property cleaned up, but nothing's been done, so they reached out to our friends at Fox 35 for help. They said the scene has become honestly debilitating just to be near this guy, just to be near this house.
You know, if you're going to squat, you can't just keep the place clean so you don't have to be on the news.
Not these folks. I guess it's just that bad. In fact, let's get some of the report from Fox to see what we can find here.
Taking over this home in Brevard County.
Bunch of trash outside.
A pile of trash has been getting bigger and bigger for almost 4 years. And they say they've had enough. And that is our big story at 5:30. The sheriff's office and code enforcement have been out there more than 200 times in 3 years.
But neighbors,
wait, 200 times?
Yeah, in just that one shot, there was like 5 pet carriers.
Yeah,
so you can imagine that there's not only humans, but some animals inside.
If the house looks like this outside, if there's just heaps and heaps of trash bags inside, it can't be good.
What if it's pristine inside?
I know.
Modern art everywhere. Very
it's
beautiful.
always a possibility. But when I see one thing that's a symptom, I think maybe it's really bad inside too. But they've been called out hundreds of times.
Say it's not helping the problem at all. So they reached out to us. Fox 35's Esther Bauer headed to the home to see why this property is such a problem.
Let's take a look.
Neighbors here on Seneca tell me they are trapped inside their own homes.
Oh,
and it's because of this. They've been living next to this property for nearly 4 years.
Man, dude.
They want to know why nothing's
There's piles and piles of stuff.
The mess. The scene on Seneca. Honestly debilitating. You can't miss the mess spilling onto the street. Now neighbors believe their safety is in jeopardy.
My teen son was assaulted by an adult male from that property last week while he was walking to work.
That was the last straw for this.
What was her name?
April O'Neil.
Oh, like the Ninja Turtles
That's got to be
reporter.
fake. That's got to be fake.
She's like, I'm going to need your name for the report, ma'am.
Well, let me ask my turtle friends inside.
I'll be April O'Neil. The trash in front of this house is gross. It really is bad. But
And certainly it's a pile up. And I'm not putting any blame, just curious. Isn't that part of waste management? Like every Wednesday for me, the trash that is outside that cannot fit in the bin, that is when the truck comes around and puts it in.
They won't
my
take
God,
just anything,
then you
though.
have saints working that route because
Yeah.
they won't do anything they are not required to do. I've
Yeah.
asked them several times, can you please pick this up? And they go, I don't know what you're saying, boss. They just keep driving.
I thought that they're worth certain things that you could put out there, and like they would charge you for it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's
Looks like
an
we all
old
live in different
thing.
counties.
Yeah.
Well, look, regardless of all of this, how could it not be within 4 years that you come up with a solution if
Seems
they're
like
squatting?
it's something that would be fine to have trash piling up like that.
Yeah, if they're coming out literally hundreds of times because of the mess at this house, and for 4 years they've been squatting, you would think that they would get them out of there. The property's owner is dead, and due to new squatter laws, authorities are struggling to remove them without the required affidavit from the homeowner. So the homeowner's dead. They can't get the homeowner who
So
is
where's
dead.
next of kin?
That's what they're trying to find, I guess. And so everybody's in the neighborhood's like, damn, the guy died. You think we'd be able to get him out?
But aren't there property taxes?
Yes, and I guess that would build. Let's see if they mention that.
April O'Neil doesn't understand how cleaning up the home and
distracted now
kicking
by her
out
name.
the alleged squatters is taking years.
It's very frustrating when you stop and you think about 4 years of living with this.
Michelangelo.
And it just gets worse and worse.
While on scene, we're with Fox 35.
Oh, there they are.
We asked several people coming in and out of the home what was going on at the property.
I'm just trying to get an update on what's being done to clean up all this garbage.
We couldn't get an answer, so we asked the Brevard County Sheriff's Office how this is happening.
The actual owner of the property is deceased.
All right.
And it went into foreclosure.
The property's caught up in the courts.
All right, so it went into foreclosure, and now they need to get all the way to a foreclosure auction to get a new official owner that can then start the process of expelling the squatters out of the house.
Unless they have to track down some next of kin or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, but if it's in foreclosure, does that mean no more squatters' rights? Or the new owner now has to take on this
I think the
issue?
new owner, I don't know, because each place has different rights and rules and regulations. But I think in some cases, if you newly take ownership of the property, one of the things will be you'll get a discount because now you have to fight the people who are refusing to leave off
No
there.
thanks.
And
I don't know how
then
you're
you
going to
think,
sell that.
if that's your neighbor, you're just going, please get out of here for God's sake. So that is a tough time in that neighborhood in Melbourne, Florida, of all places. Here's the story that I was teasing about jury duty and a woman who worked at a funeral home. This is a true story. Hang on, I'll bring this up so we can take a look at things as we're going. And hang on. This is about hang on, that's not it. I got it right here. It's from Smoking Gun. The Smoking Gun says, an embalmer at a Texas funeral home used a scalpel, brace yourself, to mutilate a person's corpse and then stuffed the dead person's penis into their mouth, according to a court filing.
What?
Now, there's a twist-a-rooney in this one, as there normally is.
Mm-hmm.
The person that this embalmer was taking care of at this funeral home was a sex offender, and I guess the person must have been mad at them.
Oh, I saw the story.
And it says the shocking incident occurred at Memorial Mortuary and Crematory in Houston, Texas, and it led to the arrest of Amber Loudermilk, 34, for abuse of a corpse, a felony.
Amber.
Investigators have identified the dead man, Charles Roy Rodriguez, a registered sex offender of a Houston suburb. He was convicted of sexually assaulting a 31-year-old woman and was judged a moderate risk, according to the Texas Offender Registry. And he's supposed to be on the registry for his whole life. Within minutes of a funeral company management learning of his criminal history, a crematory employee told a coworker they observed Loudermilk cut off the man's genitals halfway and stuff it, in his mouth.
Damn.
Upon learning of this, they took a look for themselves and noticed that indeed was the case. They said he had been stabbed twice in the groin, and then more and more was happening after that.
Jesus.
They said
Having a time.
Yeah, I guess the person's bond has been set at $5,000, and it says, here's the condition. The defendant may not be employed as an embalmer while the case is pending. Adds up. That makes sense, I think.
How did they figure it out? Like
they said somebody saw her. One of the other employees was watching what was going on. I don't know if this was because they knew about the sex offender thing and they're like, take this or what, but
I think it would have to be.
That's bizarre.
Part of
there.
it.
I think that was the first time.
I'm trying to see if there's
so it was his own mouth?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was someone else's ceiling.
Yeah.
No, when he first told the story, I thought,
did she put it in her mouth?
Yes.
No.
That's a whole different thing, huh?
Cut it off, and then in his mouth was where it ended up. That is a tough one right there. Bootsy said there's a narc in the morgue.
Yeah, a little tattletale.
This tattletale might be an okay one. I think it could be beneficial for all involved. All right, we'll see what you think. Said as a dispatch. Yeah, he's not really hurt by it, but it's just a weird thing. USAID. We've heard about Doge going after USAID. They're chopping away at all this. And now,
like
I don't know
morgue worker.
Yeah.
What to do with all of this, but this says a senior official at USAID has instructed a number of the agency's remaining staff to convene at the headquarters this week for a group effort to destroy all the documents that are stored there, many of which contain sensitive information. The materials earmarked for destruction, this according to Politico, include contents of the agency's classified safes and personnel documents. And they said they want to shred as many documents as you can, reserving the burn bags for when the shredder becomes unavailable or needs a break because we're burning so much stuff.
All right, Shredder, go take a nap.
I did not know that. Carr instructed the staff to burn the bags with the word secret and USAID/B/IO, and an agency shorthand for bureau or independent office in dark Sharpie.
I would love that job. I would love to burn stuff.
All these people burning and shredding anything that they possibly could, which I hope is legal. Like,
yeah, if they're not, are we double checking before we get rid of stuff permanently?
No.
Yeah, because I can see two sides of this. They say we're firing everybody and we don't want anybody who's bad or like an enemy of the state to get in contact with the documents we have. That's one thing. Or if they're like, we got to hide whatever we've been doing around here, that's another thing entirely. But they're shredding and burning documents over at USAID this week. That seems a little weird to me. What do you think? Hit us up with the dispatch. We got a lot of clips to get into when we return. We'll see what's happening out there in the world of all things viral. And an A-lister enrages their fans by a single post online. Who was it? We're going to find out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
A new accident in Osceola on Highway 192 westbound at Avalon Road is taking up the two left lanes and jamming up traffic pretty good. We've also got an accident on Clark Road at White Road and another one on State Route 434 just north of McCulloch Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Tammy Bennett.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members, fiber internet has never been easier. Blue Stream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don does HELOCs? That's right, home equity lines of credit. It's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, back taxes, a go-kart, whatever you want. It's your money. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and work with a friend and an expert you can trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Our
iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
I guess, going into International Diamond Center and them getting to know me personally and finding out that I am a nurse, a first responder, they offered a gracious discount, so definitely helped with my purchase.
Meet Crystal Caban, Air Force veteran and now critical care nurse. She's happily wearing several pieces of jewelry from IDC.
Knowing that I'm not coming in to spend a lot of money, just knowing that they're supportive with the first responders and getting a discount really helped entice me in making my purchase.
At IDC, we roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform like Crystal every day, with personalized service and a 15% discount over and above IDC's everyday unbeatable price.
I felt so warmed and welcomed, and that's just what kept us coming back again and again.
Are you a first-time responder or veteran? Join Crystal and countless others who've made International Diamond Center their home for jewelry.
Hi, I'm Crystal Caban. I would highly recommend International Diamond Center to any first responder.
International Diamond Center.
They will absolutely take care of you. I promise you that.
3 convenient Orlando locations.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G when you switch to the 5G Unlimited or 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The math ain't mathin'. RC Hill here. It's tax season and I'm freaking out. My accountant says I have too many 2024s and they must go. So right now, you could drive for just $10 down. So save your refund, because I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. And I'll even help you save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. Plus, at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're all about affordability. So visit me to drive for just $10 down and save up to $10,000 on the award-winning 2024 Outlander Pioneer Top Safety Pick 7-passenger SUV. Or the Mirage, voted best priced new car in America, starting at only $15,900 with rates as low as 0%. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars to choose from. But hurry, this deal's done once my accountant says I'm in the clear. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit and $10 down, require bank approval. Example, 2.9 APR for 60 months. $20 per month for $1,000 finance. Offer ends March 31st.
Have you ever wondered if your pet is lying to you?
Why is my cat not here? And I go in and she's eating my lunch.
Or if hypnotism is real?
You will use the suggestion to enhance your control.
Or what's inside a black hole?
Black holes could be a consequence of the way we understand the universe.
Well, we have answers for you in the new podcast, Science Stuff. Join me, Jorge Cham, as we answer questions about animals, space, our brains, and our bodies. Listen to Science Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Science Stuff, and listen now.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
There in the real world, viral and otherwise. And you can join us with your emails. Always emails of the show, whatever you want. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top. Or dispatches. It's a recorded message, video or audio. Do yours now at thenewsjunkie.com. We have been covering, I should say, the back and forth between Canada and the United States, tariffs and anthem booing and all of that stuff. And after we discussed it yesterday, the premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, the guy who was like,
God, every time I hear that, I feel like it's premiere of a new movie, but
no, ladies and gentlemen, Ontario for the first time ever.
Doug Ford's the leader of Ontario, I think the biggest province in Canada. And
I thought you were saying the biggest problem.
Yeah,
the biggest problem in Canada.
It's been a problem for the U.S. government because he's been threatened to cut off power to Michigan, Minnesota, and New York, like 1.5 million people. Or they were putting this huge surcharge that would have cost people like $60, $80 a month more because of the fight going back and forth. And after Trump said they would raise the tariffs even more on Canada, they backed off. They have agreed to suspend the 25% surcharge on the electricity for Minnesota, Michigan, and New York.
I'm kind of curious, Sean. Would you, let's say you were in his position and you're being kind of attacked, right?
All right.
By President Trump. Would you have done the same thing? To be you know what? I'm going to protect my peeps?
I think it's very difficult. Here's why. I'll use an example of the Ukrainian thing. When I watched what happened in the White House in the Oval Office, first of all, I thought it was explosive and super interesting.
Right.
And second, I thought it seemed to me like Trump and Vance might have gone in there with the idea that they wanted to make a move and kind of go back and forth with Zelensky. But those things don't matter as much to me, just how I operate, as outcomes. So in that moment, I said, Zelensky needs to know these things should happen and then kind of adjust himself accordingly. Whether I would do what Rob Ford or Doug Ford, rather, his brother, is doing in Ontario, I don't know. I mean, he got smacked down, Fritz, by the actual incoming government of Canada because they thought that this was a bad move for them. But locally, it's a good move for him.
Right.
Canadians do not like this stuff. He's not trying to win American votes. So everybody's motivations come into play here. Mm-hmm. His motivations are to win over his people and get more votes and more support in Ontario and Canada. And he's doing that. This is popular there. But then the new government coming in, for them, it's a bad idea because they're trying to actually make sure they work things out with the tariffs that we have going on. So I don't think it was a horrific idea other than this. I think the reason why I wouldn't have done it myself is because if I was him, I'd be worried that right now the United States says we're never going to allow this to happen again. Mm-hmm. We're not going to buy electricity for these states from you. And then you lose that money forever for your people. That's what I think would be the thing that I would consider as a leader there. Let's go over to, we're going to go to some of your dispatches in a second here, but I wanted to talk to you about this, Fritz. C-Lane had brought up a story I saw yesterday. I was going to work this into the show, but you're a big music guy. We know that your brother is a huge fan of the band Tool.
Oh, Ryan, yeah.
Oh, we were just talking about Tool outside.
And have you guys seen the story about how the fans kind of started booing and getting mad at Tool?
Go ahead, Sabrina.
Well, I saw the story, and then Fritz was just playing me a Tool song to show me the snare difference. And I'm like, did you hear about them getting booed? I had no idea because I should have maybe read the story a little bit more, but it makes kind of complete sense why they booed.
Oh, yeah.
So
not only booed, but like there's rumblings, and I'm trying to hunt down some leads. There's rumblings of class action lawsuit.
Really?
Ooh.
So
because they played at a festival and they made a promise that they didn't live up to.
They threw the festival. They threw. This was the
2 days.
Tool Live in the Sand Destination Festival
in the DR
in Punta Cana.
And
no!
The promise was.
Go ahead.
That promise makes sense. And I imagine because it was a festival, people paid for the 2 days, was that it was going to be a unique set each night.
Two unique sets.
And they played the same set.
I'm looking
exact same thing.
They played the same songs.
They played 4 of the same songs, but they only played like
9
songs. So that's close to half.
How much were tickets? Probably in the hundreds, if not thousands, right?
I mean, the suites went anywhere from $59.75 per suite to like $77.75 in the list that I'm looking at.
For a unique set.
Yeah, if you're going, okay, so let's say one of my favorite bands, right, like Misfits, they're playing 2 unique sets. Like if they play Skulls, this like 2 nights in a row, I wouldn't be mad. But if they played like half of the set is the exact same, which 9 songs, 4 songs, whatever, I would be a little mad.
Well, it doesn't even matter to me what they were charging for a ticket. If the band makes the promise, if you go to this music festival, we're going to play 2 different sets, and then half of the second set is a copy of the first. That's why your fans are booing you.
Yeah, these destination festivals are becoming real big for bands to do. There's a lot of them that do like a yearly one. And there's the ones in Mexico, they have a whole bunch of different ways. I mean, you could pay for this but like spend big money on this stuff. And somebody said, "Oh, I still had a great time. Got to see Primus with their new drummer and Fishbone and blah blah blah." He goes, "But the fans that are here are not casual meh about Tool listeners.
Yeah.
These are devoted Tool fans, and they're pissed."
Oh, yeah, they are hardcore. I know that much, just from a distance on this.
But the both set lists, the first day has 10 songs, I think.
Yeah, and I think they replayed like Stinkfist and a couple.
Stinkfist, Numa, Jambi, and I think maybe Rosetta Stone were the ones that were replayed. But like also top loaded, so I think a lot of people thought this was going to be the same set and just left.
Oh, I see. So if there's a bunch at the beginning there.
There's claims that they were supposed to play for 90 minutes each set and may not have, but I don't know about that. I don't know how long these songs are. I mean, you play one set is 10 songs. Those have got to be some pretty long songs.
Yeah, I think Numa is like 14 minutes long.
So, but
that's a long one.
It really is.
But I'm looking for where in the advertising it said 2 unique sets. Because if they didn't say 2 unique sets, these people might not have a legal leg to stand on. Still a dick move. Still a dick move.
I mean, they obviously were under the impression it must have been said somewhere.
Yeah, if it was said officially in the stuff promoting the event that it was going to be unique, then they got something on them.
According to Guitar.com, it says Tool appear to have been booed for not fulfilling their billed 2 unique sets, and they put that in quotes, so it must be somewhere.
Yeah, wow. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. They're in revolt a little bit. The Tool fans are very mad. Meanwhile, speaking of mad fans, Gwen Stefani, they call her an A-list star. Gwen Stefani, I guess so. Yeah, she's a big deal. Love some Gwen Stefani. No Doubt. Some of those old No Doubts albums are
so good.
Sunday Morning,
Spiderwebs. An amazing track.
Tragic Kingdom is one of the most perfect albums, especially for a major label debut. You would be hard pressed to find another one as impactful.
I like it.
And that title song is fire.
Yep.
Well,
I like Don't
she's
Speak and Bananas, the one who does Bananas.
Holla Back Girl is the trashiest thing she's ever done.
But it's a catchy tune. And I learned how to confidently spell bananas.
I don't hate that
How
song.
old were you when you were that confident in spelling banana?
You never know.
She was 23.
How old did you get lacking confidence in spelling banana?
I knew how to spell it, but now when I go to spell it, I have Gwen Stefani in my head.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, banana is like separate and a bunch of other words with me, or I will squint at it for a little while when I write it down. So Gwen Stefani has enraged her liberal fans after she allegedly reposted a Tucker Carlson interview about Christianity. Oh my.
Well, that's,
that's a twofer.
I can't see it. I was trying to find it on her X account.
I think
Twitter
she
account.
blocked you, Sean.
She might have, but I'm still viewing things here. I don't see her reposting
Did
this.
you just fix that because you got it wrong the first time?
I don't know if...
I feel like this is... But Gwen Stefani has not been the no doubt Gwen for a very long time.
No.
Oh, here it is. Okay, now I see it. Gwen Stefani posted, wow, at Jonathan Rumi, who is obviously a religious guy. In his bio, it says, Jesus and the Chosen, Lonnie and Jesus Revolution, Narrative, or EP, blah, 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 working for Impact. She says, wow, Jonathan Rumi, you're a powerful, inspirational human. What an enlightening, intelligent, beautiful interview. Thank you for being you, GX, which I'm assuming is just like Gwen, is her like signature. And all of the woke scolds in the comments, you honestly need a reality check. God, this is heartbreaking. Oh, Gwen Stefani becoming a right-wing grifter. Hard oof. Normalized not promoting Tucker Carlson. Knew she was a right-wing grifter when she started promoting a Bible app. Gwen is in her Trump area. Blake has got you brainwashed, Gwen. What I said? Area. Sorry, I'm trying to read them all in a row.
She's got her own Trump area. It's cool.
Gwen is in her Trump era, and Blake has got you brainwashed, Gwen, are some of the responses on the top of this from Gwen Stefani. I don't know anything about this or the interview or whatever, but it appears that maybe she has taken some sort of turn toward Christianity, a religion that is out there that a lot of people follow, that she can make that decision if she wants to. But tough thing is, I don't know. I was going to assume, but maybe I'm wrong on this. I still would assume that there were probably more female fans of Gwen Stefani than male fans, just generally speaking. And if that's the case,
the three of you just geeked out on Gwen Stefani.
I do. I think her music is awesome. I dig it. I like it. And
1995 Gwen could get it.
I think she's very talented.
I was 10, by the way.
I'm not following.
Doesn't mean I wouldn't give it to her.
Dry hump her leg or something.
I haven't followed her career since all of that stuff, but like I do like that stuff. Personally, I could not care less with the religion of anybody who is a musical artist that I appreciate.
Yeah, I have a hard time kind of like coming to terms with that. Like, I don't care what your religion is. If you want to repost something and say that it's affected you in a positive way, good.
I think it's maybe the Tucker Carlson tie-in more than the Christianity thing.
That's the thing that's making me angry.
People don't like him. People get upset about that. I don't have an issue with it, but a lot of these people are coming after. And if her audience base is more female than male right now, one thing to understand, there's a huge split between men and women in the United States of America, where women have turned pretty far to the left still, even though a lot of the other country is turning back right. Women have gone pretty far to the left, where men have turned in a rightward direction. So if your fan base is women, you're more likely to face some of that stuff. And so maybe Gwen Stefani sees that now. What do you think? Would you swear somebody off for something like this? I wouldn't myself, but that's just me.
Also,
let us know.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but I saw somewhere that the Love is Blind, like two conservative men were like stood up. Is that true or no?
I saw
there
this.
Was one, like they were supposed to be married, and then
So it was two different women on Love is Blind.
That kind of ties in.
Decided not to be with the men that they met on the Netflix reality dating show and not marry them. One of them at the altar, I believe.
Yeah.
Because their politics didn't line up. And she talked to her family about this, and she says afterwards, he doesn't, and I thought it was kind of wacky, but she said he doesn't have a firm opinion on Black Lives Matter, and he doesn't have a firm opinion on his church that his family goes to. And it showed her asking him, and he's like, I don't really know a lot about that, so I don't know either way what's with Black Lives Matter. And then she's like, "What about the church?" And he's like, it's not something that's in my wheelhouse. I don't focus on that." And because of that, she said, "No, I'm not going to marry you." And another woman did a very similar thing on the show. And people started reacting to this in a lot of different ways. My reaction, I think, is pretty consistent on this. If somebody wants to put down boundaries and they want to say, "Hey, I will marry somebody, but I want them to have the same political views as me," that's within your rights to do.
It's
you
a
could
big
do that.
commitment. So
I would never do that myself. I think that's a million red flags that you would do that as a person, but you should be allowed to say, "This is who I want to marry. I want to marry somebody who I line up with."
She's doing this dude a favor. I mean, instead of marrying him and trying to change him or just making his life a living hell because he won't, learn about Black Lives Matter or, form an opinion about stuff that she finds to be that important. Yeah. So, thank you. All right. See you later.
Yeah, you're also going on a show to marry someone, though.
But if this is that important to you, to C-Lane's point, then you and this guy are not going to work out. I think you're going to have a hard time finding somebody who perfectly lines up with what you're looking for, but you have the right to do that. I just think this kind of stuff should be a red flag if you're not into that. Like if you're allowed to not have an opinion on things. You are allowed to not care about things if you don't want to. If it doesn't line up with somebody else, then that's fine. But she's allowed to do whatever she wants too. I thought it worked out the way it should have.
Yeah. I mean, going all the way to the altar, though, that's
right there.
That's part of the show. That's the part.
No. I heard
Love O'Brien is getting so controversial. Like
I
they're
don't
just not vetting as.
I don't know if this was true or not, but I had heard that if you pull away from the event before the actual wedding, they have to pay a fine. That could be nonsense. Yeah. That could be nonsense, but I heard something where they said they would keep going that far because the production makes a deal with them, and if they withdraw from the production,
who's that football player? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
But at the altar this time. All right, we'll see what you think about all this. Get in your final dispatches right now and give us an idea what your response is. Do that at thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
But I'm a creep.
Classic alternative this weekend.
Beautiful day across Central Florida. Warm temperatures, sunshine, a high of around 80 degrees today in Orlando. Temperatures will continue to warm through the rest of this week and into the weekend. Highs in the mid-80s by Friday, upper 80s through the weekend before our next cold front arrives as we head to Sunday night and Monday, bringing with it some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes. Learn more about your favorite teams and keep more money in your wallet with no fees or minimums on checking accounts and no overdraft fees. Just ask the Capital One bank guy. It's pretty much all he talks about. In a good way. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, NA, member FDIC.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonuses. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Are you all worked up and working too much? You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why? Y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more gators, or more fun than Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of March. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
This is Noel from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. If you could lose 10.4 pounds in a single month, would you try? Well, with Future Health, you can.
That's right. Future Health gives millions access to affordable meds like Ozempic and semaglutide for less than $3 a day.
You just take a quick 3-minute survey, and if approved, boom, your meds are delivered right to your door within 24 hours for free.
I've personally used these medications and found that it really helped me get an edge on appetite suppression when paired with diet and exercise, something that I always struggled with.
Get this, there's also no insurance needed, so no insurance headaches, and everything is online, which means no doctor visits.
Find out if these medications are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals.
Data based on independent studies sponsored by Future Health.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Everybody, Jim Colbert here. Look, everybody knows Florida is one of the rainiest states out there with some of the most unpredictable weather offered in the U.S. And when it comes to replacing your roof, it's time to step it up with Eustace Roofing, 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. These guys have been your trusted roofing neighbors since 1959. That's 65 years of experience. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts manufactured on site for perfect fit. No interest financing is available. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. And always a blast to have our good friend Fritz hanging out with us. Fritz, as always, thank you so much for being with us, man. You're the best.
Nice guy.
Thank you.
Looks great and burnt orange.
Love your insight, your input. Love how your brain works. We agree sometimes. We disagree others. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I love it.
Do we disagree that much?
I don't know. Wow. I think maybe sometimes we do, but I hope we do
now we're
sometimes.
Fight.
Yeah, he's going to fight you for sure.
I don't want to agree with people on everything. I find that, like, if I looked around and I just agreed with everybody on stuff, I'd go like, I know something's wrong here. This seems weird. It seems culty when you just end up like in just lockstep with so many people.
I agree with that.
Oh, no. Right. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Space Coast Native emails.
You're out of your mind.
Here's a movie to watch. I know it's just outside of the 90s as it's from 2003. All right. But you have to watch Identity. Add that to your list to watch. That was a great movie.
I just watched that. We've been on a Denzel Washington kick.
Always a good time.
Been rewatching Equalizers.
Love all those Equalizer movies. All of them.
I have one, actually. So you guys know about the Boondock Saints, right?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, yeah.
So there's a documentary called Overnight about the guy who wrote that script, and it came out in 2008 or 2009, I want to say, maybe earlier. But it's about following him around when he got the deal from Harvey Weinstein and how he was just a total prick. And
oh, no.
He was like grandiose, like talking about himself for the entire 2 hours. And
Sounds
then it was
like a fun documentary.
Harvey Weinstein has blacklisted him now. And it's like, then he had to like try to get the movie made. Oh, it's great.
Oh, really?
It's called Overnight.
You know what's wild? The Harvey Weinstein stuff, watching all these movies, the Weinstein names appear in
Miramax
so
is
much.
everywhere.
You're like, oh, God, there's that name again. You realize just how much they were involved in.
Have you guys watched Showgirls yet?
The movie? No. We haven't seen that one yet. I mean, it might be on the
90s.
list. I'm not in control of the 90s movie selection here, so...
You have to watch it in its entirety, even though the first 30 minutes are going to be strange. Okay?
And people do crap on that movie, don't they? They say that movie's bad, right?
It's a cult classic.
Oh, that's one
It's
you
so
watch for
funny.
some like movie roasting thing or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I've also watched it like 4 different times at home, so...
All right, anonymous emails, and he says, 2 tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Sean and the News Junkie crew, this is somebody from Georgia. I'm a podcaster, and I've sent a few dispatches in. Sean, I got to call you an asshole. It was fantastic that you read it on air. I laughed and laughed and laughed, he says. Thank you for the great entertainment. I'm 52 years old. I've been listening to this kind of talk radio for about 40 years now. Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer out of Chicago were the first show that I loved. Very familiar. Worked with Gary Meyer for a short time on WGN. Dahl and Meyer were the ones that did the disco demolition thing, which some people may have heard of, like the beginning and the end of disco.
That was at Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
That was in a
1979, 1980, I want to say, 1978.
That was in a
Sounds right.
docu-series recently.
Yeah.
Now, those were the guys that were
Death
behind
to
that.
Disco, I think it was called.
It was edgy talk radio at the time. That was before Howard Stern was a thing or anything. Everybody ripped stuff off from Howard Stern, but actually more people took from Dahl and Meyer, I think. There's barely any of you left in the world, and you guys do it better than most, he says. You're one of my favorite shows of all time.
Aw, pick me for Fritz on the street.
I'm using voice to text, so if this is screwed up, don't blame me. But I'd also be honored to start the game of magnets here in Georgia. I know you probably get a ton of these emails. You don't need to read this one on the air. But if you want to send a magnet, that would be fantastic. Well, thank you. Thank you for the kind words.
And there's magnets in Georgia. There's also my prom picture, as of late, at the Bigfoot exhibit in Cherry Log, Georgia.
Is that near Kingston by chance or no?
I couldn't tell you. It's
sorry about that.
an hour and a half outside of Atlanta. And if you go to that exhibit, look for the pin wall that shows all the missing people. And then you'll see my prom picture.
There you go.
Speaking of radio people, did you see who they announced passed away yesterday, Sean?
Yeah, it's one of the guys that did a lot of the songs, right?
Bob Rivers.
Oh.
Twisted Tunes Bob Rivers.
Man, I think everyone had that Christmas album.
Yeah, I've listened to all the Christmas
Grandma got run over
songs.
by a reindeer?
No.
He did I Am Santa Claus.
Yeah, walking around in women's underwear.
That's the one right there.
Teddy,
walking around
the
in women's underwear.
red-nosed senator.
Yeah, I love that one.
Every corny morning show played this guy's songs for a very, 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 very long time. So, Anonymous, I'll send you some. I got your address here. I'll send you some magnets for Georgia. Do we have time for a final dispatch?
If it's 15 seconds.
Yeah.
These are the final dispatches,
10 seconds,
but
I mean.
Sean will probably only play.
It's definitely one. One is going to be it for today. Let's see who it's going to be, though. Let's go with somebody talking about Tool. Here's Tick Target.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
I remember seeing Tool here at the arena. And, I go to concerts and whatnot, but it was just them. Like, Maynard was just sitting down, looking down, singing into a microphone. Nobody moved. I'm used to concerts where people move. You look at Pantera, blah, 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 blah. Everyone moved, gets the crowd excited. This was the most boringest concert. My girlfriend was pissed.
Boringest.
Anyways, just letting you know.
All right, thank you.
Just a different band, different vibe.
Yeah, there are places that I've seen online where they were advertising 2 unique sets for this festival they did, and now I guess the argument is going to be, what's the definition of unique? Does unique mean 0 repeated songs?
Oh my God, you're totally right though, because if you do one set and then change one song in the next set, technically it's a unique set, isn't it?
But if you advertise it, I think it's reasonable if you advertise a festival with 2 unique sets, there's no repeats for a musician.
We gotta go. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
But I have more to say.
So don't get cocky.
Shut you down.
Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. Skip to the last. Today I learned this band right here.
Tool.
That's right. There you go. Today I learned Maynard James Keenan of the band Tool has such a huge problem with stalkers that he's shot many a trespasser on his property with paintball guns that he had set up. I guess there's a lot of people that are mega fans of Tool that want to get a little closer than they should be. Fritz, thanks as always. We appreciate you. Follow Fritz. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share. Thenewsjunkie.com/share to follow Fritz. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com.